So, hello there everyone and a very warm welcome to the Horsefall Community Stadium for this Northern Premier League encounter between Bradford Park Avenue and also Morpeth Town. This should be a very entertaining Monday night of football if you are tuning in. And I'm Samuel Wright, joined by Arthur Difford, our first duo commentary in the league this season. Arthur, before we do go through the teams, the players are not yet out onto the pitch and not yet left the dressing room, I believe. How are you feeling about tonight's game? And also, how have you really felt about the start of the Northern Premier League season for Park Avenue?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some tough fixtures to start the season off for Park Avenue, and with only one goal scored in 3 games, thanks to Will Longbottom, hopefully looking to put the ball in the back of the net a few times tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Morpeth Town, they certainly know how to score goals. 8 goals in their opening 3 games. They've been the entertainers of the, well, not the actual entertainers of the division, but so far a 2-2 draw away at Bradford, a 3-0 win at home to Workington, and also a thrilling 3-0 draw on Saturday against Matlock, where they were 3-1 down in the 87th minute and salvaged a 3-0 draw. And it's a little bit of a worry there, maybe, where the confidence might be a bit high for Morpeth coming into this game after that. You know, when you score a last-minute goal, gives you a buzz going into the next game, you're confident, you're flying. So Park Avenue, we're really going to maybe have to deal with that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they've had Danny Barlow, who scored twice this season, and Andrew Johnson, who scored 3 times. So, you know, they're no strangers to putting the ball into the goal. But hopefully Park Avenue will be able to see that out and get a win.
Absolutely. Well, before the players do come out onto the field, they've still not left the dressing room, from what we know. So we are just going to run through the teams quickly. So go for Park Avenue first. Sats Kenworthy in goal. Dunstan, Mason O'Marley, Jack Whiting, Mitch Lund, Will Lancaster, Harrison Hopper, Jamie Spencer, Brad Doherty, Harry Colville, and Will Longbottom. That is our starting 11. The bench: Will Callaghan, Chinedu Osadebe, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Gianluca Havern, Ollie Johnson, and Jordan Preston. And going through Morpeth's Town team, so Dan Lawson, Ryan Wanwell, Chris Reed, Ryan Donaldson, Jeff Henderson, Michael Turner, Vinny Steels, Liam Noble, Sam Hodgson, Daniel Barlow, and Andrew Johnson. A bench of Josh Robson, Leon Miller, Ben Sayer, William Jenkins, and Nathan Unkunku, in relation to the new Chelsea signing from RB Leipzig, so as we can confirm. The referee tonight is also Jamie Cant, with the assistants being Haim Fitterman and Matthew Coles. And as for changes, just the one change for Park Avenue. Harrison Hopper comes in for Gianluca Havern. 3 changes though for Morpeth to have their thrilling encounter at the weekend. Ryan Wanwell, Ryan Donaldson and Michael Turner come in. Josh Robson, Leo Miller and William Jenkins drop to the bench. And the teams are now about to come out, Arthur. So here we go. Park Avenue playing in their usual white and green, and Morpeth Town with a nice light sky blue kit coming out there. So players are about in, and yeah, we're nearly ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. A bit of a new look for Park Avenue this year. The strip is predominantly white instead of green. Obviously, there's still a flash of green on the bottom with some chevrons almost. And George Sides Kenworthy holding the armband with the red.
Absolutely, yeah. Very, very exciting. I must admit, like, just the whole, maybe just the game in general, and obviously the new kit. Obviously, it's the first game we've covered. The first home game Park Avenue played was on the opening day of the season, and that, of course, was a 2-0 defeat at home to Macclesfield. But Park Avenue's their first home game since then. 2 away games recently. The 2-0 defeat to Atherton Colliers, and then the 1-1 draw away at Bamber Bridge. Bamber Bridge side who were down to 10 men. So we're about not long off kicking off now, actually. The ball is in the centre circle. The ball is on the spot. We're not sure which team is going to kick off, but Park Avenue will be hoping to get their first win of the season, and Morpeth Town hoping to get their first away win of the season. But I think Morpeth Town, no strangers to finding the back of the net so far. And there might well be a minute's silence or a minute's applause. Both players gathering in the centre circle. And the linesman, well, he's going to have no trouble keeping up the play if he sprints like that tonight.
No,
So really, that's the
one thing I have spotted is the linesmen have both got checkered flags. What's going on here?
I know, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yes. As the tannoy reads out the players' names, the players are gathered in the centre circle. We are just game about to kick off a minute ago, but it's going to be a little bit of a delay to kick off, maybe by a couple of minutes. But Park Avenue, again, looking for that first win of the season, and Morpeth Town looking for their first away win. Park Avenue have actually got a good home record recently. 3 wins in their last 5 home games, actually. So they do have a good record at the Horsefall Stadium in league games in recent times. But Morpeth Town only avoided the drop by 3 points last season, and they only finished by 3 points and only 6 away wins the entire season. So this Morpeth Town team certainly aren't maybe you know, the top end, but they are going to look to challenge this season. They've had a good start, and that's only positive for them.
Yeah, like you say, they've got off to a flyer this season, and a large part of their squad are former Newcastle and Sunderland academy graduates. So you know, it's fair to say that these players have almost made it to the top level, and you know, they've got that sort of characteristic of a very strong player.
Well, speaking of top level, Craig Lynch, the manager, 31 years old, very young for a manager. And we will pause for a moment, guys, as might well be a minute silence or applause coming soon. So we are just going to wait for confirmation, and it's a silence, so we will honour the silence. Well, there's the minute silence all over, guys. That felt like a long minute, in my opinion. I'm not sure about you, Arthur, but that felt like a long minute.
Well respected by everyone.
A very well respected silence, I must admit. And apologies if you guys did hear any noise, but to be fair, it was very, very quiet, so that's doubtful. So a very nice minute silence, and credit to all the fans for honouring the silence there. And so, yeah, as I was saying about Craig Lynch, the Morpeth manager, 31 years of age, did actually make 2 Premier League appearances for Sunderland in the 2010-11 campaign when they were in the Premier League. He's managed Morpeth 105 times, 46 wins, 25 draws, and 34 losses, according to research. So, not a bad record, really, of course. And he brings his side here tonight, Lynch, and they'll be hoping to maybe continue their good start to the season. But hopefully, Park Avenue will have something to say about that.
Yeah, definitely. Interestingly, Morpeth will kick us off here, and the man with their armband on tonight is Jeff Henderson. He is also a Newcastle Academy graduate and a former Irish champion and Irish Cup winner with Sligo Rovers. So plenty of experience in the Morpeth town side.
Absolutely, former as well player of the played in the Champions League and Europa League qualifiers before as well. So certainly no stranger to playing in the big time. The game is about to get underway. You're about 4 minutes behind schedule, and eventually we've kicked off. Well, I thought we had kicked off, but the referee's going to have to take it again. So a bit of a full start here in the Northern Premier League counter between Bradford, Park Avenue and Morpeth Town. And now we do get underway, and Morpeth Town in its to kick us off as a long ball is played forward early on. It's well headed away by Mason O'Malley early on, and the ball is closer towards the back clearance than it was to the play, and Morpeth Town can get us back underway. Another balls came on the pitch though, so it's going to have to be put out of play. A ball that was originally booted just near us, and then it got thrown back in. So Morpeth Town with the throw in. It's played forward, but that ball will go nowhere, and Mason O'Malley will happily watch that one go out of play. And again, a full start and 2 balls on the pitch in about the opening 15 seconds. So it's been a bit of an entertainer in the opening stages here.
Yeah, like you said, it sort of flew towards us in the stand, and the ball came to Jordan Preston, who was leaving the changing rooms later, and he just chipped it back onto the field after Morpeth were trying to get a quick start.
Absolutely, maybe a bit of tactics there by Preston. You never know.
Yeah,
Smart, yes. And Mason O'Malley with the throw just in front of the home dugout. He gets the ball back from Doherty, and then O'Malley plays it forward. That one will go out for another throw in to Morpeth Town. Will be taken by Ryan Wanwell. Ryan Wanwell, of course, one of the summer signings for Morpeth Town. So that will see how he can do this evening as the ball's played forward. It's going to go out of play this time in front of the away dugout. And it's going to be taken by the number 2, Ryan Wanwell again, as the referee orders him to take a few steps back as he was taking it further forward than he was supposed to. Morpeth Town 8 goals in their opening 3 games, but it is worth noting they have also conceded 5 goals and just about got away with a point on their home turf at the weekend. It's going to be cleared away now, and ball nearly controlled. Wanwell can play it forward. I think there was might have been Johnson in an offside position there. It's Hodgson chasing it. And he might well have won a goal kick in the end. It's good defending, actually, in the end from Park Avenue. And Satsken moving can take a goal kick, and a couple of minutes in, and still 0-0.
Yeah, Park Avenue look to be operating in a 4-5-1 with two holding midfielders, and looks like Harrison Hopper will be playing just slightly behind Will Longbottom, who's leading the line for Park Avenue tonight.
Absolutely, and the ball is played out now by Sites Kenworthy. It will be kicked forward by London. It's going to be nearly flicked on. It's headed forward again, though, by Dunstan. And Park Avenue trying to play it forward. And it was played up towards Doherty. It's going to clear it away. And then the header by Whiting forward. And that's good play. It's well dummied as well there by Doherty. And it is now with O'Malley. He goes in field. Ball played round the corner. And can Park Avenue try and build something going forward here? It's O'Malley on the left. He goes back, and eventually the play, I thought it had broken down. It falls to Doherty, though, going into the penalty area here. Good bit of skill in the end. He runs into trouble. But here is Hopper. And Hopper goes through. Is he giving himself too much to do? He goes down, and actually the free kick has gone in the favour of the visitors. And it was good play, actually, there by Park Avenue, trying to play forward. In the end, though, it was just obviously broke down. There's actually a man down for Morpeth Town here as well. Can't quite see who that is. It's actually the number 2, Ryan Wonwell. I believe he might have been the one who tangled in the area with Harrison Hopper. And the decision in the end went for the visitors. But good play by Park Avenue, trying to come forward, and broke down in the end. But that was encouraging.
Yeah, I'm with you there on that, Sam. It was Jamie Spencer in the middle of the park, who sort of played an outside of the boot, ball over the top to Hopper's feet, and he controlled it well, but unfortunately the ball and the attack came to nothing.
Yeah, the ball was flicked on there by Hodgson. It's going to run through to Sites Kenworthy. It was Vinny Steele's. Vinny Steele's, of course, the man on loan from South Shields. Flicked the ball on, but it ran straight through. Well, he was nearly on the end of the flick on, I should say, but Sites Kenworthy got there first. Ball played forward now. That's well controlled by Hopper. Chested down, but in the end the ball's won back in the middle of the park by Morpeth Town. And the Highwaymen have it with their goalkeeper, Dan Lowson, who can play it forward, but that one will be dealt with by Dunstan, who heads it up in the air. The ball then played down by Barlow, one of the first touches we've seen from him. A ball forward, a little bit to do, but in the end, in fairness to Molly, does it well. He was being closed down by Steels, but Sites Kenworthy was right there for a cushion header back, and the Park Avenue goalkeeper has it safely in his hands. Nearly 5 minutes played here at the Horseful Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Morpeth Town 0. But Park Avenue home to score their first home goal of the season. And Will Longbottom, who opened their accounts in the Northern Premier League at the weekend. And there's a foul right in the middle of the park there. I believe it was by Jamie Spencer, bringing down Daniel Barlow, and it's a free kick to the visitors.
Yeah, just going back to Mason O'Malley's composure at the back there to nod it back to Sites Kenworthy. He's had 54 appearances in the Football League. I think at Scunthorpe, came through at Huddersfield, and then later at Scunthorpe. So, plenty of experience for the left back of Park Avenue.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you need in a team like this, I think, coming into this division. Of good experience in the Football League, obviously he'll know what it's like to play. And it's a ball played forward now. It's a bit of a bounce, luckily favoured Sites Kenworthy. It was actually Hodgson who was looking to get on the end of that there. The bounce luckily went forward a bit, and Sites Kenworthy easily claimed it. But bounces like that can sometimes be tricky, but luckily for Park Avenue, not on that occasion. As Lancaster goes back to Sites Kenworthy, who can play it forward. It's controlled by Longbottom, but it's given away to Vinny Steels. And Steels comes in field from the right-hand side. Steels looking what to do with it. He goes out to Chris Reed. And Reed goes backwards. And then it's well calmly taken out as well there. And the ball's played forward to Ryan Wonwell. He's had quite a bit of the ball, the right back, so far. He plays it in field. The ball played round the corner towards Steels, who does well. Steels chance to cross in. It's well defended, is it? The ball comes back. A real chance. Oh, eventually it's cleared. And the clearance can be completed by Jamie Spencer. Well, an opportunity there for Morpeth. In the end, Park Avenue got it away. Wasn't the most convincing defending, but they got it away. It's a few ricochets in there. It was bouncing around a bit. I actually think it might have been Hodgson who nearly got a strike away, but a good challenge on him. And Park Avenue clear for the time being. And Doherty can just kick that right back to where it came from.
Yeah, it was a Lucas Dunstan with that last-ditch challenge that kept it 0-0, you'd say, because that would have been a real effort on the edge of the 6-yard box, and that's just what we've come to expect from Lucas Dunstan at right back. He's a typical no-nonsense defender that, oozes in those moments where there's a bit more pressure.
Absolutely. It was a really good last-ditch challenge, actually, because it looked like the Morpeth forward might well pull the trigger, but in the end it was away as the ball is kicked forward up into the air by Jack Whiting, and then it's kicked out by the Morpeth centre-back in the end. That was a no-nonsense clearance in the end by, I believe that was by Jeff Henderson, who just put his foot through that one, and Park Avenue have a throw-in, which they can take, and it's back with Jack Whiting, who can play a left-footed ball forward. He's looking for the ball over the top. It's not a bad attempted one. It's well headed out, though, to be fair, by Jeff Henderson, and Brad Doherty has it now. Good play by Doherty. In the end, he's just done a little bit too much, though. But the ball back wasn't the best either. Is that a foul? It might well be a foul. It is. It was Jamie Spencer who went down. A little bit of a late challenge there. I think it was actually Hodgson who come back, won the ball for his team, but it was actually a bit of a poor back pass in the end, put his team in trouble. And Spencer did well, got there first, was persistent, and wins this side of free kick in a dangerous position here for Park Avenue. This might be an opportunity they want to make the most of.
Yeah, Doherty potentially doing a little bit too much, with his back towards the opposition's goal. And as you say, Hodgson was the one pressing and put a challenge in, but the ball found Jamie Spencer's feet, who was smart, put it round the man and earned himself on the side of free kick.
Absolutely, Harry Colville is over this, and also I believe it is might well be Spencer who's also over it as well, as far as I can see. Well, might be the opportunity. I won't exactly say it's overly shooting distance, but we will see what Park Avenue are capable of here. It's mainly be. It is a shot that comes in. It's not a bad effort. It's saved by the goalkeeper, Dan Lowson. He watched it all the way. It was actually Will Longbottom, my apologies, who struck it with his left foot. It wasn't a bad effort from Longbottom. Would have been something special to beat the goalkeeper from there. And in the end, the goalkeeper watched it all the way. Good defending as well by Lucas Dunstan at the other end. The ball was played forward. I believe it was up towards Johnson, who I don't think has kicked the ball so far, actually. And obviously he's a man in fine form, Johnson. 3 goals in his opening 3 games. Experienced 36-year-old. But on this occasion, he's not really been involved too much in the game so far. And Park Avenue have a throw which will be taken by a Dunstan. The referee, I believe, was ordering him to move back a little bit or asking him to get on with it. But Dunstan has it now and can bring it forward. And in the end, he goes back and the ball's played over the top. And Longbottom will chase it. But that's headed out by Jeff Henderson. And now the ball is in the middle of the park with Liam Noble. And Morpeth can try and play it forward. Nice turn there by Vinny Steels, but he's giving it away. Park Avenue can bring it forward this time. A chance for Lancaster, who plays it over the top. And the ball's headed out. And there's actually a handball as leave given here in favour of Park Avenue. It's another dangerous free kick.
Yeah, really good work from O'Malley there on Vinny Steele. Sort of stayed touch tight with the man and put enough pressure on him to win the ball back for Park Avenue. Will Lancaster picked it up in the middle of the park, looked to play it over the top, and it must have struck not the referee's hand. That would have been interesting. Oh, no, yellow card's been given.
Yellow card has actually been given as well, and we'll just get confirmation who that's for. That is actually for Ryan Donaldson, the former Hartlepool United captain, goes into the referee's notebook in the early going here, Ryan Donaldson.
Perhaps for dissent. Obviously,
Yeah.
the new rules this year, a referee's stamping down on a bit of feedback from the players, not particularly that they want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yellow shown.
So that's an early yellow. So just 10 minutes in, and the former Hartlepool captain's got himself in the notebook, and it's going to be taken by Longbottom, the free kick. It's headed on. Oh, and the goalkeeper watches that one well. He saves it well, actually. The header was at the back post. Not quite sure who got to it, but it was flicked on, and the goalkeeper, if anyone, could have got a touch on that, but the keeper did quite well.
Yeah, Mitch Lund lurking at that back post, managed to get it back across goal, and Jamie Spencer wasn't all too far away from that one to put it into the back of the net.
And the goalkeeper with a good kick forward there, actually, nearly actually got Steels in behind. It was a good header out by O'Malley. Former Scunthorpe man watched that all the way as well. Heads it out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in on the near right-hand side for Morpeth Town. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Morpeth Town 0 in the opening 11 minutes here at the Horsefall Stadium. Park Avenue looking to get their first win of the season. Not started badly, Mark Bauer's side. And the throw-in is going to come in now. It's launched into the penalty area, and the goalkeeper starts Kenworthy as he got there. The ball's scrambling a bit. He didn't get it at the first attempt, but he actually did come out and get it at the second. There's a long way to come for Sykes Kenworthy. Took a bit of a risk. I think it was Jamie Spencer fell on top of the ball, but Sykes Kenworthy managed to grab it in the end.
Well, yeah, that needs to be kept an eye on throughout the game. It was Michael Turner with the long throw in, the Morpeth veteran, over 250 appearances for Morpeth Town as he wins the header in the middle of the park. his long throw-in caused a bit of problems there in the box.
It absolutely did, and they've won it back in now, Morpeth as well, and there could be a chance. It's Hodgson on the ball. He turns back in the end, though, and he goes back to the man who has recently booked Ryan Donaldson, who can play it out to Chris Reed. And Reed can just go back to Turner. And Turner turns away nicely there from Longbottom, and he finds Jeff Henderson. And Henderson all the way out to Wanwell, who wasn't seeing as much of the ball recently. And the ball, though, is back now with Michael Turner, who can play it forward, and he does, and just was about recovered there by Andy Johnson. He's hardly had a kick so far, Johnson. He's probably going to score his first touch now, I've said that, but he's hardly had a kick of the ball so far. And here is Jeff Henderson now. And Morpeth looking to build forward. Ball played over the top. Once again, the header's there. It's actually a foul in the end. It was a push by Vinny Steels on the back of O'Marley. That's been the battle so far in this game, hasn't it? Steels v O'Marley. That on this right-hand side, or the near right-hand side for us. And you've got to say, to be fair to O'Marley, I think he's dealt really well so far with him, to be fair. Steels has caused problems, but he's doing well. Asats Kenworthy slows down, but does get the ball away. And it will be with Will Lancaster. But yeah, still 0-0. Both teams having a bit of the ball. It's been quite an even contest so far as the ball's played out to Mason O'Marley. And he now goes back. And it's in with Jamie Spencer, who then finds Mitch Lund. And Lund just taking the ball past the halfway line, is he? No, he actually does go forward. And it's Lancaster, but Lund gets it straight back. Park Avenue happy to play the ball around for the time being. Of course, as I mentioned, Morpeth Town only avoided relegation by 3 points last season, but it's been a very good start so far. 6th in the table, undefeated. Not a bad start for Craig Lynch's side. And the ball's going to be played forward now by Sats Kenworth. It's not a bad ball out to the left, and it will be won the header by O'Marley. And in the end, didn't look too convincing at first, Henderson, but he does get it back to his goalkeeper, Dan Lowson. And both teams at the moment happy to have possession. Not a lot happening in terms of goal manufacturing, Arthur, but I feel like both teams will be satisfied with the start.
Yeah, I think so. I think both teams have had chances to go towards the other end of the field and have an effort on goal, but nothing too much in it at the moment. Interesting, as you mentioned, that most of the attacks for Morpeth have been down the right wing with Vinny Steels. And you mentioned that we haven't seen much of Andrew Johnson on the left wing, but you feel like that could be how he gets his goals, with Vinny Steels putting the ball across from the right and him coming in from that left wing and putting the ball into the net.
Yeah, usually it's a commentator's curse when you say someone's been quiet. They usually pop up with a goal later in the game, and looks like the heavens have opened as well in Bradford this evening, because the rain looks like it's really coming down at the moment. So all of a sudden... So that's obviously something to keep in mind for the game. Good ball over the top now. There could be a chance here. It's Hodgson. Oh, it's a close one. There's one ball over the top. The flag has actually got to corner. However, the flag didn't go up. It's actually a corner. Did Sats Kenworthy get a touch? He must have. Well, 15 minutes, that's the best chance of the game. So that's a good ball over the top. It was Hodgson. Sam Hodgson took the ball in really well on his chest. Did well. It was a tight angle, but he nearly squoze it past Sats Kenworthy. And I imagine the goalkeeper got a touch. It's been given as a corner. It looked originally like it went through his legs. Corner's given, though, and that was a chance for Morpeth.
Oh, what a ball from Jeff Henderson over the top from just in front of us on the halfway line as the corner comes in.
Corner comes in. It's low one. It's going to eventually be cleared. It may have been not been the best delivery, but it did cause a few problems either way, and the ball's now been given away, and there's a ball played forward, and Park Avenue might have a bit of an opportunity here. The ball is with Harry Colville. Colville plays it over the man in space, and the man in space is Lancaster. Lancaster into the penalty area. There's bodies back. Lancaster shoots, and Lancaster scores! And Bradford Park Avenue, from one end to the other, take the lead at the Horsfall Stadium. It was a very well-worked goal, their first home goal of the season. And it's a brilliant finish from Lancaster. It's very, very well worked. It's got to be said. A ball over the top. Fair play to Colville. He didn't panic. He got the ball. He saw the runner to his right. He picked him out. And what a brilliant finish from Lancaster. 1-0 Park Avenue. Morpeth nearly took the lead a moment ago, but it is Mark Bauer's side who strike first.
Yeah, came from a poor Morpeth Town corner, actually. You know, the ball came into the box and didn't beat the first man. Sort of bounced around in there, was eventually cleared, and as you mentioned, it came to Harry Colville, who stayed composed going forward, turned around, saw Will Lancaster bombing down the right wing in space. He was calm enough to cut in and just place the ball with his left foot into the far corner, 1-0.
Yeah, brilliant finish from Lancaster. Full credit to him. And Park Avenue lead at home. It's a brilliant finish. And again, Morpeth, they had the chance a moment ago with Sam Hodgson. It was a real chance as well. And they missed that one. It was saved by Sats Kenworthy, according to the referee. And then the corner cleared. It comes forward. And in the end, it was a brilliant finish from Lancaster. But massive credit to Colville for staying so composed. And now Morpeth Town, well, they're no strangers. They know strangers are coming from behind. They did it from 2 goals at the weekend late on. They've got to come from behind again. They only won 6 away games last season, the Highwaymen, but Park Avenue have won 3 of their last 5 at the Horsefall Stadium. And they lead here this evening by 1-0. And we're only about 70 minutes in, a long way to go. But 1-0 to Mark Bauer's side as the ball's played forward. Morpeth looking for an immediate response. That's really good tracking back by Brad Doherty to get the ball ahead of Wanwell. And Doherty plays it forward. It's going to be given away, though, to Danny Barlow. Again, not seen much of him so far either. Been a very quiet so far, Morpeth's forward line. A forward line that, and there's that a foul. It is a foul, actually, and this is a dangerous free kick, actually. It was Ryan Donaldson brought down there by Jamie Spencer. Bit of a needless free kick to give away, really. I mean, he wasn't really going anywhere, was he, Donaldson? And he's clipped from behind and a chance to put the ball into the box for the visitors.
Yeah, Morpeth Town, interesting, a lot of their time on the ball has just been down this right flank. We haven't seen much of Andrew Johnson or any Morpeth players on the left-hand side be involved when going forward. As it will be Liam Noble to put the ball into the box.
Liam Noble with the delivery. It's one into the area. It's too close to Sykes Kenworthy, who punches it away. And thought he might well have caught that, Sykes Kenworthy, but the flag, I believe, has gone up. A Morpeth player coming back from an offside position. Thought Sykes Kenworthy might have caught that delivery. It was quite close to him, but maybe they didn't get a shout. No one was around him. Didn't know he was going to get barged into. He did the right thing to punch it, really, and he gets the ball away from danger.
Yeah, as long as he's doing things with confidence, you don't particularly mind. It's when there's that element of doubt that mistakes come into play. So, perhaps he could have caught that, but as long as he made a confident punch and the ball went away, then I think we're all right with that.
That's all you can ask for, really, isn't it? Just to get the ball away from danger, as the ball is with Jack Whiting, who goes back to the man we mentioned, George Sykes Kenworthy, and he plays it forward. It's not a bad ball at all by Sykes Kenworthy, out to the right-hand side. And the ball's then going to be played forward by Mitch Lund. It's hammered forward, actually, and it will be headed out. And then it's knocked down by Jamie Spencer. And then it's cleared away. The ball played forward up towards Barlow. It's then headed out, and the ball's now played to the right-hand side. And it's not going to be controlled, though, by Steels. It was a little bit far away from him. And O'Malley watches it go out. And Park Avenue, they've got that lead. We're 20 minutes into the game now. They've got the lead, and they just need to obviously keep it composed now when you've got a 1 goal. You don't want to make a mistake and give a goal away straight away. It's fair to Park Avenue. It's all about game management from here.
Yeah, well, the rain stopped coming down now, and but you just saw an effect of the water on the surface there as the ball ran quite quickly away from Vinny Steele there. He couldn't quite keep it in. But Park Avenue on the ball now.
Absolutely, as the ball is with Jack Whiting, who goes back to George Sykes Kenworthy inside his own 18-yard box. And he goes out to Whiting again. Whiting with space to run forward slightly in his own half, and he then plays one forward. It's not a bad ball towards long bottom, but too much legs on it, and Dan Lowson can get there. And Lowson can bowl it out to the number 6, Michael Turner. And Turner can play it forward to Donaldson, who then goes back to Henderson. And now Wanwell goes back to him again. A lot of passing around the back 4 at the moment, which I don't think Park Avenue will mind too much if it's coming from Morpeth, but a ball attempted to be played forward now. It's a good ball, or it was a good ball towards Steels, but to be fair, it was a difficult one to control for him, and all he can really do is head it out of play.
Yeah, again down his right-hand side there. The centre-backs are no strangers to playing that diagonal ball. We saw Jeff Henderson put that incredible ball in behind for Sam Hodgson, which went for a corner, which ultimately led to the Park Avenue goal.
Yeah, they come forward now with Johnson. We will could offer him. Johnson plays one in. It's not a bad ball, but it's well watched and cleared away by Lancaster, the goal scorer. So we're not seeing much of Johnson yet. He runs there down the left-hand side. Maybe not the best ball in. It was a low-driven cross, but in the end, Lancaster well positioned to clear.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Will Lancaster's transitional play in the early stages of this game. Seems to really, he sits deep off the ball, just in front of the back line. But as we saw, no stranger to getting forward and getting himself on the score sheet.
Absolutely not. As the ball's played forward now, it's headed out by Mitch Lund and then further cleared as well by Lucas Dunstan. It's well controlled up there as well, and the ball goes back, and it's well played by Lund, who sees Jack Whiting to his left. And Whiting now can bring the ball clear. Whiting plays the ball. Oh, nearly a touch on that there by Hopper to take it out wide. And that's a good bit of playing by Donaldson. The ball played forward now. Is there a flag going to go up against Steels? There's not for now. Steels keeps the ball alive on the right. A chance for him to maybe cut inside. Steels plays it in. It's a good ball to the back post. Headed down all, and it's going to run through to the goalkeeper, Sats Kenworthy. I believe the header was by Johnson at that far post. It was a good ball in by Steels. You mentioned a moment earlier, Arthur, as well, about that cross from the left, maybe cross from the right, from Steels, maybe Johnson coming in from the left. The header by Johnson, not really sure if he was caught in two minds, whether to go back across goal or to head towards goal, but it was an easy claim in the end for Sats Kenworthy.
Yeah, it looked like he potentially had time to bring it down on his chest and have an effort on goal on the volley, but opted for the first-time header, and it caused no trouble for Sats Kenworthy.
No problem at all. It's a good play again by Steels, but he's nudged off the ball there. But he's nudged off it fairly, according to the referee, as the ball's played forward now by Hopper. And long bottom chases, but that's well watched and well cleared away. In the end, it was by Michael Turner. And here is Chris Reed, who will go back to his goalkeeper, Dan Lowson. And he plays it out to Henderson, who goes back to Lowson again, just outside his own penalty area. Well, we are around about just halfway through the first half of this game. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Morpeth Town 0 here at the Horsefall Stadium. Park Avenue's first home goal of the season, scored very well by Will Lancaster. A fantastic finish from him. An excellent bit of build-up play by Harry Colville. Composed to keep the ball, plays it out to the right, and plays it out to the right, and a good finish in the end. But it's Morpeth Town who can try and build at the moment with Johnson. And Johnson can play that one forward. It's a sharp turn in the middle of the park, but he's given it away. And now Park Avenue can maybe come forward. It was won back well by Hopper. And he's got options left and right here. He plays it through. The flag stays down. It's a real chance. Oh, what a chance. And it's saved by the goalkeeper. I believe it was Jamie Spencer with the opportunity. Morpeth looked for a flag that never came. It was played through. Spencer with the opportunity. And you got to get it down low. And he comes out, makes himself look big. Makes it hard to score. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper. And also he holds on to it as well after he saves it. The ball kind of got trapped between his legs, fortunately for him. But that's a big chance at Park Avenue to double their lead.
Yeah, I think we'll have to say potentially should be 2-0 here. Great work from Hopper, winning the ball back into the centre circle. He drove forward and perhaps held onto the ball a little bit too long, played Jamie Spencer in, and yeah, I think he should have done better there.
It's a really good opportunity. I think Hopper does everything right. I think Spencer times his run to perfection. We saw him making that deep run through. He has a real good chance, and the goalkeeper makes himself look big. But again, that's a golden chance for 2-0. That's all we can really say. An absolute golden opportunity in the end, not to be taken by Park Avenue as the ball comes headed away now. And it's played out of play. The Morpeth Town lost their rhythm a little bit here, haven't they, since going a goal down? They've not really started the game with quite a lot of composure, but they've not really been the case since they've trailed. And that's really good play by Brad Doherty, who plays in the middle of the park as well, to Spencer, who plays it out wide. Is that going to be kept in? It's not going to be kept in by Dunstan. That's a throw-in, which will be taken for Morpeth by Chris Reed. And got to say, 25 minutes in, Park Avenue are leading. They could have been 2 goals up, so overall, it's got to be a positivity from Mark Bauer.
Yeah, I think he'll be really impressed with his side, especially in this last 10 minutes, really taking control of the game. Seems to be winning most second balls, working hard. Will Lancaster, as I mentioned, sort of running things in the middle of the park with Harrison Hopper.
Absolutely, as Morpeth in possession now. They can bring it forward with Wanwell. It saw a lot of the ball early on, was not as much recently. Nice turn there. That's going to be a foul. That's surely going to be the first yellow card for Park Avenue. It is. Both number 4s have been booked now because it's Jack Whiting who's going to go into the referee's notebook. So both number 4s are now in the referee's box. A really nice turn actually there by Sam Hodgson actually. He took it away well and he rose to run through. And just a little bit of a late challenge in the end, wasn't it? It's got to be said by Whiting. And that is a free kick to the Highwaymen. And a chance for them to maybe put a dangerous ball into the middle. And just confirmation of the referee giving that yellow card to, I believe it is, yes it is, Jack Whiting going into the notebook. And the free kick looks like it's going to be taken here by, I believe, it might well be the number 6 Michael Turner who's taking this, as far as I can see. Or is it Liam Noble? Actually, Liam Noble, my apologies, taking it. He does play one into the middle. Not a bad ball. It's headed out first time. And it's going to be towards Hodgson. And Hodgson finds Andrew Johnson. Johnson now trying to go through. That's a good challenge, though. And eventually a Dunstan can just clear it forward. And it's going to be headed away again. But Morpeth Town retrieve the ball. And it's going to be played back to the goalkeeper with a little bit of force, actually, there to Dan Lowson. But Lowson controls it well. and gives it back to his centre-back. But they've got to get it clear here, Morpeth, and that's not a bad ball forward either. It's headed down as well by Steels, and Steels gets it back. Steels loose one into the middle, and it was a bit of a dangerous ball. That it was an awkward one to clear, but in the end, Michelin did get it away. But it was one of them. It was a bit of a bouncing ball. They can always go wrong, but in the end, Lund gets it out for a corner.
Yeah, Noble showing his experience there. He was the one that took the free kick, but as Park Avenue came forward, he dropped back in for the goalkeeper to play that ball to him and ease a little bit of the pressure. He played it over to Vinny Steels, and there was a bit of a decent chance there for them. Mitch Lund shanked his clearance and we'll have a corner here.
He absolutely did. The corner's going to be taken on the right-hand side, and it is going to be by that man, Liam Noble, who plays one in. It is just about headed away, but Noble will get a second try. He plays it in again to the back post, and it's going to be headed out. Is that another corner? It's a foul, actually. Andrew Johnson at the far post, it was committing a foul on his man. I believe that man might well have been Mitch Lund, actually. Good experience showed by him there, maybe, to get his body in the way. Johnson, who's only had a kick in the opening half an hour, just in the end, just committing a foul there, really. A bit too eager to win it and commits the foul. But I admit, Noble's set-piece deliveries have been a little bit dangerous. Okay, Park Avenue have dealt with them quite well so far, but you do feel like if he gets one right, it could be a bit of a problem for the hosts.
Yeah, well, again, a player with plenty of experience. As we see a drop kick from the goalkeeper there, which I like to see. You don't see that very often. But yeah, Liam Noble, over 100 appearances for Carlisle United, as well as stints with Notts County, Forest Green Rovers and Hartlepool. So a man in the middle of the park that knows what he's doing, let's say.
Absolutely. We saw the experience a moment ago, dropping back after the free kick, being that last man to play the ball back to the goalkeeper, really showing his experience there. But it's Park Avenue in possession. Park Avenue have the lead in this game. There has been 2 yellow cards so far, both number 4s, Jack Whiting and Ryan Donaldson in the book as a clearance there from Jack Whiting forward. And here is Jeff Henderson, who does play it out to Wanwell, who's then tackled by Doherty. Doherty does work so hard on the left flank, doesn't he, usually, to help out the left back. Not like Mason O'Malley. It looks like he needs much helping today. He's been very good himself, the left back, but it's got to be said, the work rate of the Park Avenue players so far has been admirable as the ball played forward now, and it is into Daniel Barlow. And Barlow takes it in field and goes to play one for Steels, but the ball comes back to Barlow again. And Barlow plays one into the middle. I think he was a bit, didn't know what to do there. Maybe expecting Johnson to make a run, maybe, or was he aiming to go to Sam Hodgson? Either way, he gets the ball wrong because it just runs through to Sats Kenworthy harmlessly.
Yeah, nearly opened up for a shot for him there, 25 yards out. Seemed a little bit caught in two minds and chipped the ball over for Sats Kenworthy to collect. But I think Mark Bauer will be satisfied with what he's seen in the first half an hour.
Absolutely, as the ball comes forward now. Oh, and it's going to be the ball is going to be brought back for the foul in the end. It's sort of scream. We could hear it from the gantry, and he went down and actually fell to Barlow. Tried to play in Steels. The ball was actually intercepted, and the referee then brought it back. Good refereeing, it's got to be said. And some Park Avenue player getting the talking to Spencer. It is getting the talking to number 8, fouling number 8 there, and just around about 35 yards away from George Sats Kenworthy's goal.
But as I mentioned, Mark Bauer, I think he'll be really pleased with what he's seen from the Park Avenue side. I think pressing-wise, they've done really well to press on the front foot. You've seen that Doherty's been up there leading by example. Him and Will Longbottom pressing hard and winning the ball back in dangerous areas. Yeah,
it's going to be Liam Noble, I believe, to take this as well. He plays a short one. And in the end, he's got it wrong. Maybe the player went down there, actually, though. Sam Hodgson, who went to get to the ball, actually did go down. I don't personally think there was a lot of contact. I think the forwards looked for it. And the problem with them is when they go, and that's a foul there by Sam Hodgson, who's going to go into the referee's notebook, surely.
Yeah.
He is. He was coming back from an offside position. There was no need to do that. And in the end, he commits a foul on Jack Whiting. There wasn't really much need for that, to be honest, was there, from Sam Hodgson? Because he's knows he's come back from an offside position. He's never going to, even if he gets the ball, it's going to be obviously deemed a free kick. So yes, a yellow card for the forward Sam Hodgson. The Morpeth strikers have been very frustrated in this game so far. They've not really seen much of the ball. Players who've been had so much joy this season so far, that's a Barlow, Johnson, not really gotten into the game, have they? And see that foul by Hodgson and maybe a little bit more frustration creeping in as well. Hodgson on loan from South Shields, a 32-year-old. Third player of the game to go into the referee's notebook.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure he needed to make that challenge. I'm surprised that the linesman didn't flag the offside earlier. Didn't show any interest at the offside, whereas he was a good 10 or 15 yards when the ball came through. So
Maybe felt like should have had a penalty a moment earlier. I personally think he went down a bit too easily. The quick free kick was attempted, wasn't it, by Noble? He was going to get there. He kind of stumbled towards the ball and fell over. They did look to the referee, I saw, Andy, but I think that maybe it was one of them, appeals where you're kind of hoping for the best sort of thing, has he seen anything maybe? Either way, Park Avenue still lead 1-0, 32 minutes played at the Horsefall Stadium. Mark Bauer's side in front. A goal from Will Lancaster. A very good goal. It's Jamie Spencer, but it was Will Lancaster, I can confirm. As the ball's played back now, and that's a little bit of an awkward one. Longbottom will chase it all the way. Good work from Longbottom. In the end, Dan Lawson's the one who gets the ball away, and a rushed pass back from the centre back there, really, wasn't it? Jeff Henderson. The ball's now in the middle of the park, and Morpeth have given it away there rather cheaply. As Longbottom finds Doherty. Can Doherty bring it forward? He can. He plays it through. You've seen what he was trying to do there, Doherty. It was true towards Hopper, but the defender was always in control, and then Morpeth conceded the throw in. But Morpeth gave the ball away cheaply at the back there. Park Avenue didn't quite take advantage, though.
Yeah, I think they thought they'd earned themselves a free kick there, and the referee showed no interest, and the ball just seemed to fall to Will Longbottom, who, if we're talking initially, was 10 to 15 yards away from it when the challenge was initially made, so I'm not quite sure how he got there first.
Yeah, it's good play by Doherty, actually, who plays it all the way back to Mitch Lund. And Mitch Lund, who has the ball in his own half. And he then finds Jamie Spencer, who can go back to the other centre-back, Jack Whiting, who was on the receiving end of that foul from the number 9, Sam Hodgson, a moment ago, which earned Sam Hodgson a place in the referee's notebook, joining Whiting and Donaldson. As Sats Kenworthy lost one forward. That's well headed out, though, by Michael Turner. And there's ball now into the middle of the pot with Hopper. And Hopper plays one to the left-hand side towards Doherty. Will Doherty keep that alive? He will. Doherty's done well there to keep that ball in play on the left-hand side. And Marley gets to cross in. That's really good play from Doherty all round as well to keep it in. Finds his left back on the overlap, O'Malley. He goes to get the cross in. But in the end, Morpeth can concede a corner.
Yeah, the ball came over and he sort of looked over his shoulder, I think, expecting O'Malley to be there. And of course he wasn't. Had to charge down right into the corner. Did well to keep the ball in. And a smart, tidy pass to O'Malley results in O'Malley striking the ball against a Morpeth Town defender. And it will be a corner as the referee sees something in the box that he doesn't quite like.
Yeah, Will Longbottom will take an outswinger. It's going to be Longbottom to whip it in. It's not a bad delivery. It comes all the way through. I think a touch was on it. And it will be with Jack Whiting. He can keep it alive. He's got his back to goal here, though, Whiting. Can he do much with it? He's turned really well, actually. Has he won a free kick? No, he hasn't. The referee says goal kick. Referee and linesman right in front of it says goal kick. And Morpeth Town can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, really, after that attack. The couple of attacks from Park Avenue. Still 1-0, though, to the home side.
Yeah, did really well there, Whiting, in the far right corner to keep hold of the ball, and I think he even turned his man, but went down a little bit soft, and the linesman showed no interest.
Yeah, looking for the maybe slightest touch there, reason to go down. The referee didn't give it. Here's Steels now. He's seen quite a bit of the ball in the game. The ball's played forward, but Whiting will head that one into his own dugout, and that's safety first there from Whiting, as he was being charged down by Sam Hodgson, the number 9, and throw-in going to be taken here by Ryan Wanwell. And Wanwell receives the ball back. It's then played forward, but O'Malley will try and shield that one out. And in the end, it's going to actually be Jack Whiting who completes the job of shielding the ball out. And it's got to be said, one thing I've really got to give Park Avenue credit for in this game is we're about 10 minutes away from half-time. How quiet the Morpeth Town forwards have been. Morpeth, for a team who are banging form right now, 8 goals so far this season. They've been real entertainers in this division. And they barely had a sniff at goal, really. I mean, Sats Kenworthy made that good save earlier on. But other than that, the chances at goal have been few and far between, really, for the visitors. And Park Avenue deserve credit for that.
Yeah, I think Vinny Steele's down this right-hand side for Morpeth has been potentially their brightest spot. But Mason O'Malley's done fantastic to keep him quiet all half. Only got maybe one ball into the box, and the man in form, Andrew Johnson, could do nothing with it. So, like you say, really impressive. Lucas Dunstan obviously put in a fantastic challenge earlier in the half to stop an effort from the edge of the 6-yard box. And I'm always really impressed with Jack Whiting's physicality. He's not potentially the tallest of centre halves, but he wins a lot in the air. And even though he's on a yellow card, unfortunately, he's a fantastic defender.
It absolutely is, and the ball comes forward now. Will be chased by Hodgson, and the Saints Kenworth has come a long way, and he did the right thing because he does clear it away, and that's gone all the way out onto the rugby field, I believe.
Yeah.
He cleared it that far, but I think it was more of a just kick it anyway, you can get it out of play. But that actually does, maybe waste a little bit of time because now they've got to throw the ball back on from the other end, so which in the end has to be Liam Noble who kicks the ball out to the left-hand side to Chris Reed, the left back for Morpeth Town. He might well throw one in here. It wasn't him who took the long throw earlier on, but he is going to from the left-hand side. First one we've seen. A ball does come in. It's headed away. Headed away well as well by a Dunstan. And the ball's in the area. And it's not bad play. It's a corner going to be given. He's done really well to win a corner there, the Morpeth player. Believe that was. I'm just trying to have a look who actually was who won the corner for them. But he played a bit of head tennis with himself. And now he's dropped all the way back as well. The player is winning it. I will get confirmation of who it is in a moment. It is, at least the number 10 as the ball comes in. Sights Kenworth, he clears away and the volley comes in afterwards. And it was by that man, Andy Johnson, who's been in form recently. It fell kindly on his left foot. The corner came in from the left-hand side. It was 2 fists on it by Sights Kenworthy. Andy Johnson on the edge of the area, on the volley over the bar, could not keep it down. And as far as Andy Johnson's day goes so far, he's not seen much of the ball, but if he gets the ball in that area, that could always spell danger.
Yeah, definitely need to keep him quiet throughout the game because, as you mentioned, he has been getting the goals, 3 goals in 3 games before this. But as long as he's putting it over the bar, we're satisfied, I think.
Absolutely, it came to him on the edge of the box, and I must admit, a bit of fear did come into a lot of them. I imagine they're Park Avenue fans, but in the end, it didn't mean much. And Johnson there, who nearly keeps the ball in, but it does roll out of play. And that shot flew over the bar, but Sights Kenworth, he got a good 2 fists on that before Johnson's effort went over, and it's not far off half-time. There's 6 minutes to go, in fact, till half-time. Still 1-0 to Bradford Park Avenue as the ball comes forward now, and that's going to be cleared away by Mitch Lund, and it's going to be a throw into Park Avenue as the final touch comes off Sam Hodgson.
Yeah, it looked as if he was going to be the next one to send a ball onto the rugby field, as Sights Kenworth did a couple minutes before. Ian, the kit man at Park Avenue, looked to be seething as that ball flew out of the park. He was pacing up and down the technical area on the phone. Someone needs to go get that ball, I think. So, not happy.
Yeah, absolutely. As Mitch Lund it is who kicks one forward, and that is going to stay in play. It's going to be headed out of play, in fact, I believe that was by Michael Turner. Of course, Michael Turner, a man with plenty of experience for Morpeth Town. Got to say, Bradford Park Avenue, when they've got at Morpeth's defence this evening, they've done a really good job of it, Park Avenue. 1 goal up, could well be 2. A really good chance in the game, of course, for Jamie Spencer, which was not taken. But Will Lancaster certainly took his chance very, very well. As the ball is now with centre-back Jeff Henderson, who can then find Ryan Donaldson, who goes back to Henderson again. And now it's with Wanwell. And Wanwell in possession, kicks one forward. Well, no one's really on the end of that, and that's going to harmlessly run through to Sights Kenworth, who just says, leave it for me. And I got to admit there, I just kind of saw, I think it was Vinny Steels and Daniel Boyd standing next to each other, and you got to say, maybe then, it was just kind of a waste. The ball forward, no more of a player anywhere near it, and Park Avenue will take that all day long.
Yeah, result of that high press once more from Park Avenue. Doherty, Longbottom, Spencer, all chasing after it was Wanwell and Jeff Henderson. And, a wasteful opportunity with the ball.
Absolutely, as the ball's thrown forward now. It will be headed away, though, there well by Lund. And it is picked up and cleared away by Hopper. And it will be chased by Longbottom, but it's been played back to his own goalkeeper by Henderson. And Lowson does well enough with it and can find Henderson again. He plays it forward. And it's when is it controlled? It's going to be a throw in to Morpeth Town. And the referee just says, wait for a moment. I'm not sure if there's a... bringing it back. That's the one. Yes, he has to bring it back. It is Johnson. Johnson on the right foot with a volley. And when you're in the form he's in, why not? But it wasn't quite to be. I mean, I think he just wants any sort of shot at goal. He's not had much of the ball. Not his favoured foot there, Johnson, that right foot. But he let fly, and Sights Kenworth, we watched it all the way. It's always going wide. But when you got 3 goals in your first 3 games, why not try a shot from there?
Yeah, it sat up for him, didn't it? And there was space for the shot, but I don't think Sights Kenworth will particularly mind if he's shooting from that distance all day.
Especially on his weak foot.
Yeah,
on his weak foot might even be even better, really. The shot came in, always drifting wide, and I think happily that one was watched wide. And Sights Kenworth to take the goal kick for Bradford Park Avenue, who lead by a 1-0 here at the Horsefall Stadium. looking for their first win of the season at the 4th time of asking. And it's in the middle of the park now with Spencer. And the ball's eventually won back though by Morpeth. The ball's played over the top towards Steels, but once again, O'Malley is there. Steels does win it back though, and O'Malley beats him to the ball again. Plays one forward, it's towards Doxon. The goalkeeper's come a long way here, and he committed and he got there, and it actually worked out because he actually ended up finding Steels. A foul in the middle of the park, but the referee plays advantage. Ball played through. That's a really good sliding challenge though from Jack Whiting. It was Liam Noble who an eye of a needle passed through, and in the end, that's actually really good defending. And there's another foul, but the referee's going to play advantage. And it's Lancaster who plays it to the right-hand side. And that is out to Colville. And he goes, and he tries to play the ball through, but it's very well read by Turner. And this game all of a sudden has become end-to-end. It's opened up. There's a chance to come forward now. It's Johnson who has it on the left. A chance for Morpeth Town. A shot comes in from distance, and it's easy for Sykes Kenworthy. Straight at him, really. Again, though, Johnson eager to shoot. It's his 3rd shot in about the last 10 minutes. He cuts inside, lets fly. Sykes Kenworthy watches that all the way and makes an easy save. But the game, all of a sudden, really opened up there.
Yeah, end to end to end. A couple of nasty challenges. First of all, from Will Lancaster, who left winning on Vinny Shields. But then Will Longbottom got a knock as well as Park Avenue went forward. But as you say, Andrew Johnson having another crack at goal and straight down Sykes Kenworthy's throat.
Yeah, well, Andrew Johnson, when you're a man in form when you've had 3 shots in around about 5 minutes, and there's a referee just going to calm things down a little bit here, maybe. I'm not sure if his tempers are flaring in the middle of the park. The referee has called over a couple of players. Ryan Donaldson, who's already on a yellow card, it is worth noting, so he can't afford to talk himself into a second yellow. And he is just saying here, isn't he, in the end, the referee sends Donaldson away. And also a bit of a moment as well by Liam Noble in the middle of the park, but the referee is happy for O'Malley to get on with it.
I think Lancaster might have got away with one there. A bit of recency bias from the ref is that he remembered Donaldson's challenge, but the one before was equally as a bit nasty, really, from Lancaster.
Donaldson's got to be very careful. We've already been on a yellow card another day. The referee could have been a bit more stingy and sent him off. So maybe that's why he's spoken to him and not the other way. And it's a good ball out to the left-hand side now. That's actually played by Noble towards Johnson. And he goes back to Reed. And Noble lets that one go back to his defender, Michael Turner. Turner to Henderson. Henderson plays it forward, and dropping deep there was Sam Hodgson. And the ball played forward, and in the end by Wanwell, and that kind of sums up Morpeth going forward in this half, isn't it? A lot's broke down, the ball played forward, no one making a run, everyone's coming towards the ball, and for a team who've been so free scoring so far this season, and it's clicked going forward, we just haven't seen it from Morpeth so far, have we? This hasn't clicked in forward positions.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of defence playing the ball over to attack, but they seem to have a lack of midfield in this game. Really struggling to get on the ball in there.
A good flick through as well to Doherty, and the flag eventually goes up. It was a late flag there though by the linesman, wasn't it? All of a sudden, Doherty got the ball. I know they do that these days, referees, but it was actually well flicked on by Longbottom to Doherty. Thought he was in behind. The flag went up, but it was a late flag from the referee, and there would not have been much in that.
No, not a lot in there. I think I'm with the linesman on that one. I think he may have just been offside, but like you say, very close, very close.
Donaldson now takes that forward well away from Longbottom. Donaldson with room to run into. He might have overran it, but he's done well. He finds Noble. Noble out to Johnson on the left. Johnson to the area. Plays one in. Sykes Kenworthy does well. This time it was a cross from Johnson. It was a dangerous cross into that 6-yard box. And in the end, it was a cross in, and it's saved. And the 3 added minutes at the end of the first half here at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue leading 1-0. That was a dangerous attack, though, there. Well worked. As mentioned a moment ago about the not clicking so far necessarily, the football from Morpeth Town going forward. Might have been the commentator's curse because they worked that really well. Johnson plays the ball in, but Sykes Kenworthy, reliable as ever, gets down well and holds onto the ball.
Yeah, just this past 5 or 10 minutes, Johnson seems to have found himself in the game. They were going predominantly down the right flank, but the left side has come into play now, and that's something that Mark Bowen, I'm sure, will be discussing at half-time.
Absolutely, as Park Avenue have it now in the middle of the park. And it's a good little bit of play by Colville. Not seen an awful lot of Colville in the game. Oh, and the ball's won back, actually. This might be a chance. The ball's playing in the middle. Oh, and it's going to be cleared away. It's good defending, actually, by Wanwell. Lancaster on the volley, always going wide, though. It's always a difficult one to execute. It was actually Doherty at the back post. It was well cleared away by Wanwell. It then deflected into the path of Lancaster. Lightning did not strike twice on that occasion, though, did it? He got the volley. Difficult one to execute, well wide.
Yeah, hungry for more, I think. Colville won the ball on that right wing, played the ball over, couldn't quite find Doherty, and I'm not surprised Lancaster's eyes lit up there as the ball bounced out to the edge of the area. His sliced effort.
Well, when you've got
comfortably
one
wide.
goal on the night, you might well fancy another, but the ball is now with Hodgson. Has he kept that alive? He has. As a foul comes in, this is a dangerous position, this, though, for Morpeth Town. I think that might well have been a Dunstan who made the foul. It is a Dunstan. I think it was Johnson he maybe fouled, actually. It was Johnson he actually committed the foul on, and it's going to be a yellow card, the fourth player to go into the referee's notebook in this game. And the yellow cards are topping up this evening at the Horsefall Stadium, 4 in 1 half.
Yeah,
And
lucky to be a yellow there.
it was, I think, it was a bit unlucky, but the referee, again, he seems to have a bit of a strict hat on so far, and this is going to be a dangerous one whipped in by Liam Noble. It's an in-swinger, and the last thing Park Avenue want to do is concede right on half-time. They've done so much good work in this first half, Mark Bauer's side. The ball is going to be whipped in. It's a really poor delivery from Noble. It's hit the one man in the wall, and he managed to hit that one man, and that was Harry Colville. That's really poor from him.
Yeah, it's funny how much that happens, isn't it, in football? A one-man wall, and the set piece taker often finds them.
The long throw is coming though, and it's going to be taken by Morpeth Town. Michael Turner. He fancies this one to throw it into a dangerous position. He is going to throw it into the area. It's going to be headed out. Well, very well headed out by a Park Avenue head. Clearance further completed, and the half-time whistle blows at the Horsefall Stadium, and it is Mark Bauer's Bradford Park Avenue side who lead by a 0-0. The only goal of the game coming from Will Lancaster. A very well worked goal. He was picked out by Harry Colville. Composure at its finest from Lancaster. Left-footed shot in. And Jamie Spencer had a golden chance to make it 2-0, not taken. But Morpeth Town have shown they're a threat in the game. But overall, half-time, Bradford Park Avenue 1, Morpeth Town 0. There you go. So, hello there everyone. Welcome back to the Horsefall Community Stadium. Half-time score in the Northern Premier League. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Morpeth Town 0. And it was a goal from Will Lancaster, which opened the scoring on the night. It's been a good game as Morpeth Town do make their way back out. But Arthur, it's been a good game so far, hasn't it? And Monday night entertaining football. The rain's very on and off at the moment. But I think as far as Park Avenue go, it's been a very satisfying first half.
Yeah, definitely. Will Lancaster took the goal fantastically well in the 16th minute. Harry Colville, composed and found Lancaster in open space, who cut in off the right wing and put the ball into the far corner with his left foot. But I think there's a few things that Park Avenue will be reflecting on. I think the two centre-backs for Morpeth, Jeff Henderson and Michael Turner, have been very dominant in the air, but Park Avenue seem to be winning every second ball from their headers, which is something to keep an eye on. There's a lack of midfield for Morpeth on the ball and potentially off the ball. Another thing to keep an eye on, I think, is the fact that Park Avenue have been pressing really high, a combination of Colville, Doherty, Spencer, Hopper and Longbottom, all winning the ball back high up the field in dangerous areas. But should it be 2-0, we had a golden opportunity for Jamie Spencer, who was one-on-one with Dan Lawson, the Morpeth Town goalkeeper, and he made a tidy save, but perhaps 2-0 should have been the scoreline.
Absolutely, I think that chance is the one we're going to look back on and say that goes in. You're 2-0 up into half time, you're cruising really. But what I will say is Morpeth, they like I've been saying a lot tonight, they've been scoring for fun this season. 8 goals in their opening 3 games. They've been really good, but tonight, Bradford Park have done a great job of nullifying their threats. The second half is about to get underway, by the way, as there seems to be some fireworks going off in the local area of Bradford for some reason or another.
We haven't won yet.
But we haven't won yet, so we're not sure what they're for. But we are going to get underway for the second half, and let's hope for another entertaining half of football. The referee is waiting to blow the whistle to get us underway. And obviously 4 players are in the referee's notebook, just to confirm. The 2 number 4s, Whiting and Donaldson, and a couple of other players in the referee's notebook as well, we believe. So is going to be a little bit. Actually, the other players are Dunstan and also Sam Hodgson, all in the referee's notebook so far. As we are about ready to go, Will Longbottom it'll be to kick us off for the second half, and here we go. We're underway at the Horsefall Stadium, the second half in this Northern Premier League encounter between Bradford Park Avenue and Morpeth Town. Current score, Bradford Park Avenue 1, Morpeth Town 0. The goal scored by Will Lancaster, a very well taken goal. Samuel Wright joined by Arthur Difford. No half-time changes as far as we know, Arthur. And as far as Park Avenue go, I guess Mark Barry would say more of the same, please, maybe, for how solid they've defended. But one more goal in the game, and you feel that Park Avenue will be in control.
Yeah, definitely want them to stay on the front foot, keep creating chances and keep getting at this Morpeth Town defence. In that last 10 minutes of the first half, there were a few chances for the man in form for Morpeth, Andrew Johnson, but nothing really to trouble the goalkeeper, George Sykes Kenworthy. So like you say, Mark Bauer will be happy with that first half and wanting more, I think.
Absolutely, the ball's played over the top. That's actually very well controlled by Jeff Henderson. Arthur mentioned in the first half how the dominance of the Morpeth centre-backs in the air. That was certainly true. As the ball's played over the top now, it's not a bad ball actually, and it's actually very well dealt with by Jack Whiting. He was being closed down there, I believe, by Johnson. No, but sorry, it actually was by Steels. Steels had a very lively start to the game, but kind of faded a little bit towards the end. But he nearly got on the end of that there. Well defended by Whiting as a throw comes in to the area. It will be Hodgson to control it. He then plays it back to Steels. And on the overlap is one well as deflects, and it's going to be cleared away well. I think that clear was actually by Will Lancaster, the goal scorer. Here comes Reid. Reid plays one into Hodgson. He can control, and he goes out to Johnson. Will Johnson see more of the ball in this half? The experienced player goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Park Avenue won't mind that. And it's with Dan Lawson. And Lawson can kick one forward into his own half. And is that a foul? No, not a foul by Whiting. On Hodgson. There's been a battle so far. But that's a foul for Park Avenue as the Morpeth players protest. And they're taken quickly and towards Longbottom, but the referee says no. And he says that you cannot take the free kick that quickly. A little bit of afters maybe between Whiting as well. And Whiting and Hodgson have had a bit of a battle in the game so far, haven't they? Hodgson left one in on him in the first half and got booked. But I don't think there was too much wrong with that from Whiting, personally.
No, I think both of them have to be careful with them both being on yellow cards. But it's been quite a good battle. Interesting to see if Whiting will end up winning that battle with the score 1-0 still. But as you mentioned before as well, Vinny Steele had plenty of the ball in the first half, but Mason O'Malley the Republic of Ireland international, played at junior level for them, under 19s and under 21s. He's shut him down really well and kept him quiet.
He has done very well so far, O'Malley. A brilliant performance in the former Scunthorpe man in that first half, I thought. Really composed at left back. Did a good job against the lively Steels. But here, Park Avenue have the ball in the centre-back position as Lund plays it out. And it then goes back to his goalkeeper, Sites Kenworthy, who plays a good ball out to the left-hand side. Good distribution there. Out to Mason O'Malley. And he goes back to Whiting. And Whiting can play one over the top, and it's always going to be won, that one, though, by Jeff Henderson. Henderson and Turner have certainly looked a good pairing at the back there, I must admit. And he has the ball again now, Henderson, who goes out to Wanwell. Back to Henderson again, and Wanwell has it on the right. And it's a well run back in the middle of the park, though, and here's Jamie Spencer. Spencer plays it forward, very well stepped out there and very well won by Michael Turner. And the ball's played over towards Johnson. And can he cause problems now? Johnson on the left running forward. He goes to maybe into the area. Johnson, maybe a shot on the right foot, crosses it instead. It's flicked on. Good save by Sites Kenworthy. It was Hodgson who got the flick on out of nothing, really. And Park Avenue can now break a ball played over the top towards Longbottom. Too much on it, though. And that will run through to Lowson. What a chance that was to draw level for Morpeth Town right at the start of the second half. Johnson, to be fair, plays a decent ball in, but it looked like Hodgson won't be able to do anything with that. He gets a good flick on it. And Sites Kenworthy, brilliant reactions, gets down to make a save.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want from your goalkeeper. Really strong hand down to his left. It was quite low as well, so he's done really well to get that away from goal. But slightly concerning is that when Park Avenue have been on the ball, Lucas Dunstan has essentially played on the right wing, leaving Andy Johnson's
chance now, though. Steels could be in here. Steels goes through. Oh, and it actually comes back off Steels and goes out for a goal kick. It's very fortunate. I thought Steels might have pulled the trigger there. He hesitated and hesitated. In the end, that allowed the Park Avenue defender, who I believe was Whiting, to kick it against him, and it goes out for a goal kick. But a little bit of hesitation from Steels. He had one or two chances to pull the trigger, but all of a sudden Morpeth Town coming forward, first 5 minutes of the second half, we're starting to see a little bit more of what they're about.
Yeah, we've just seen attacks from the left and the right wing. As I was saying, Lucas Dunstan playing really quite high up the field, the right back, playing almost as a right winger when Park Avenue were on the ball, and sort of leaving the left wing of Morpeth Town free with the man in form, Andrew Johnson, in behind.
Yeah, Andrew Johnson, you see him now just poised on this left-hand side, waiting for the ball at every attempt, but it's Park Avenue have it for now. Good ball through as well. Oh, it was a good attempt of a ball, and he still might get there as well, Spencer. He does, he wins it well off Turner, and he goes out to the left-back who crosses one in. Good ball to the back post. Oh, it was a good ball. It's well defended by Reed. The cross was by, I believe, Mason O'Malley, who got the cross in, and it was a dipping cross, and it was Reed right at the far post, the left-back for Morpeth Town, who just had to put it behind. It was safety first from him, did the right thing, puts it behind for a corner.
Well, he had to get that away, didn't he? Because there was a Park Avenue man lurking right behind him, waiting for that ball to land at his feet at the back stick.
Yeah, the game opening up. It was opening up at the end of the first half, and at the second half started that way too. 1-0 to Park Avenue. First half goal from Will Lancaster, the difference between the two sides. As the cross comes in here, it's going to be a free kick in the favour of Morpeth Town. Not quite sure what the referee saw there, but there was a little bit of pushing and shoving in the area, and occasionally that does go for the defending team.
Yeah, Park Avenue opting to crowd the keeper there as the set piece was on its way in, and clearly the referee saw that either the goalkeeper or one of the defenders were impeded.
Absolutely, as the balls are with Noble now, and Noble plays it out to the left-hand side to Chris Reed, and Reed can go out to Johnson. No, Reed actually continues himself, crosses one in, it hits Lund, it goes up in the air, and then it's a touch on it. Will he keep it alive? Sites Kenworthy
Yes.
will. He does well there, Sites Kenworthy again. Sites Kenworthy staying alert, getting there to keep the ball in play. 52 minutes played at the Horsefall Stadium. And just to confirm the attendance this evening, ladies and gentlemen, 378 people at the Horsefall Stadium. Very big thank you to everyone who's has showed up, and a very big thanks to everyone listening to the live commentary as well. 378 fans who so far, the ones at Park Avenue anyway, are watching their team leading, which is good news. But here come Morpeth Town in possession now on the right-hand side with Wanwell. And he goes in field to, I believe this is Daniel Barlow. I've hardly seen much of him so far. And this ball towards Johnson is pretty poor, to be honest, and drifts out of play. Seen what he was trying to do, but it never really reached him and is never really going to.
No, I don't think Park Avenue will mind that. Sort of a wonder ball from the right-hand side to the left. Troubled nobody and just ran out for a goal kick.
Yes, safe. Massive thank you again to the 378 people who have showed up, of course, this evening and on a Monday night where it is a little bit of rain coming down occasionally, but it has stayed light for the it has stayed not light, sorry, it has stayed dry for the most part. And Sykes Kenworthy is going to take a goal kick for Park Avenue. And a lively second half so far, that's for sure. As the ball's played up towards Longbottom, it's well headed away though by Turner, using all of his experience to get that one away. And Steels controls it, and then it's well stepped in there as well to be cleared away. And it's played out to the left-hand side to Doherty. Doherty comes forward. Heavy touch Doherty. Can he get there? No, he can't. In the end, Henderson, he did that thing where he kind of phased the touch it but lets it go out. It's good defending in the end. But Doherty, work rate as ever, very impressive.
Yeah, good first-time ball onto the left wing from Mitch Lund at centre-half. He found Doherty, who started to drive forward with the ball, but perhaps a loose touch took it away from him, and it went out for another goal kick to Morpeth.
Absolutely. 53.5 minutes played at the Horsefall Stadium as the rain is certainly coming down again now. Ball played over the top. It will be chased by Hodgson, but I believe it is Lund who's always in control of that, and he does clear it out for a throw-in right in front of the visiting dugout as the throw-in comes in towards Johnson. That's a poor throw-in because Johnson wasn't actually expecting that in the end, was he? And he didn't get the ball, and Lancaster can play it back to Marley, who can clear. Bit of miscommunication by Morpeth there, but they do have the ball back again. That's a good ball out to Shields on the left-hand side. Steals, my apologies, but that's cleared away as well by Mason O'Malley, who's had a fine game at left-back so far.
Yeah, I think Morpeth manager Craig Lynch has clearly put a rocket up the Morpeth players at half-time because they've come out with real intent, playing the ball around a lot quicker than they were in the first half and creating a few more opportunities in this first 10 minutes of the second half.
Well, being a long throw, might well be coming here from Morpeth. It's going to be left to the man. I believe the man is Michael Turner, who might take it. Well, he's gone short after all that, after Will saying that, which he goes to Henderson. And the ball's played forward over the top, and that's a helpless ball forward, really, from Morpeth. We've seen that a lot tonight from Morpeth, where they've kind of tried to play the ball in the corridor of uncertainty, but they've just got too much on it. The players aren't on the same wavelength. It hasn't clicked going forward at times tonight for Morpeth, and I think you've got to credit Park Avenue the way they're defending, but I feel like Morpeth, there's been a lot of times where the players haven't really been on the same wavelength.
Yeah, Donaldson and Noble in the midfield don't seem to have picked up the ball a lot, and, you know, like we mentioned, that ball keeps going over from defence to attack, and there's just a big gap in the midfield for them. So something that Park Avenue will look to exploit. Obviously, they've been pressing high and winning the ball back off the Morpeth back four, and that's perhaps because the ball hasn't spent a lot of time at the midfielder's feet.
Absolutely, as the ball's cleared away there by Whiting, and the ball is now with Donaldson in the midfield. Donaldson goes out to the right-hand side to Wanwell. Back to Donaldson again in the middle of the park. He plays it into Liam Noble. Noble plays it around the corner. Good defending there by Mitch Lund, who had to get there first. And now the ball's back with Lucas Dunstan, who plays one over the top. Colwell doing his run in. He won't give that up, but it will harmlessly run through to goalkeeper Dan Lose. And Turner let that ball go and just said to the goalkeeper, you can have that and try and get the ball rolling again for us. But Morpeth Town are still trying to create stuff, and so too at Park Avenue. The game was really went open at one stage, but it's kind of gone into its shell for a moment. But there certainly has been some good quality shown going forward to suggest there will be more chances in this game. As the ball's played forward now, it's a nice turn there by Steels as well. He loses possession for now. Cross comes in though by Wanwell. It's a good ball. It was a really awkward ball actually. It was a bouncing ball, and Dunstan had to just chest it back to his goalkeeper. And to be fair, he did, because there was two players behind him. All he could do is just chest that down to his keeper, and in the end, he did it.
Yeah, a little bit of a heart in your mouth moment there as the ball came over towards, it was, I believe, Hodgson and Johnson, the two Morpeth attackers on the left side. But calm, cool and collected.
Steels here, though. It's played forward by Wanwell. A foul in the pot. Steels crosses in, though. That's good defending by the goal scorer. It was actually the goal scorer, Will Lancaster, who got that well there. There was a coming together in the middle of the park, which I don't think the referee saw. Henderson has it now, though, as Morpeth Town look to come forward again. And they have it on the right-hand side now. And it's going to be played out to Steels. Steels loses it, though, and Marley gets a foot in there first. Ball played forward, and again, it's that man, Will Lancaster, who can clear. And then Turner can surely head it back to his goalkeeper. He can. And despite it being chased down, the best efforts of Colwell. And that was a good play from Morpeth, though. They got it on the right-hand side. Steels played it in. Very good positioning, though, by Lancaster.
Yeah, like I mentioned, they've just upped the tempo this half, going really at the Park Avenue defence with pace. As you mentioned as well, there was a little coming together between Spencer and Noble in the middle of the park, and the referee didn't see it, but he definitely heard whatever Noble had to scream into his ear.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a here. Was that going to be a goal kick? It is. I believe there might be a bit of out of the ball's come back actually, and yeah, there's a goal kick here for Bradford Park Avenue. The ball was on the left-hand side. I think they weren't sure who the final touch came off. It actually was off a Morpeth man according to the referee, and Sites Kenworthy can just play it out from the back. But well, nearly 60 minutes played at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Morpeth Town 0. I think this game still has quite a lot to offer on this Monday night. As the ball's flicked forward now by Hodgson. It will be chased down by Barley, but that's Whiting who plays it back to his goalkeeper, Sites Kenworthy. And Colwill chests it down. Really good play there by Colwill. And then it's played forward, and it will be chased here by Spencer, who's going to get there. He clears it. Oh, it's a clearance by the defender, and in the end, it's Reed who got there just in front of Lancaster to play it back to his fellow defender, Jeff Henderson. And Noble on the ball now. Noble to the number 10, who has been very quiet this evening, Daniel Barlow. 2 goals at the weekend, including a 97th minute equaliser. But quite seen the ball over the top now. With always a bit of confusion between defender and goalkeeper. Johnson gets there. The flag hasn't gone up. Johnson still has it. He drifts it to the left-hand side, though. Can he get the cross in? He goes back to Reed, the left back. Bit of a miscommunication for Park Avenue at the back. But here's Henderson. Even the centre-back might fancy a strike. He goes forward. Is he fouled? The referee says no, get up. And Park Avenue get it clear. And the ball's kicked all the way to the dugout. And Mark Bowers, the man who has the touch. But I think Henderson was definitely looking for that, wasn't he?
Well, Henderson's not a small lad, is he? He's quite a big lad. And with the rain that's come down as he went down to the surface, it really did look like he was diving there. As that he created a big splash.
Yeah, absolutely. He's on the ball now as well. But that was a promising play a moment ago. Bit of a mix-up in the Park Avenue defence, wasn't it? I believe it was actually London Sites Kenworthy. Bit caught in two minds. Should the goalkeeper get it? Should the defender get it? In the end, Lund took matters into his own hands and managed to get the ball away. But again, Morpeth Town, you feel that as the game's going on, their attacking play starting to click that little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit of a nervy moment, but it came to nothing. But you'll hope you'll hope that doesn't come to fruition once more. That the defence will make a mistake. But interestingly enough, Morpeth have been very decent in this 15 minutes of the second half.
Absolutely. The ball's out on the right-hand side now. They're with Longbottom. Longbottom plays it in now. It's not a bad ball to Hopper. Hopper in the middle of the park. Hopper goes out to the right-hand side. Lancaster can play it on the left to Spencer. Spencer drills one in. Good ball. Oh, what a star. So unlucky. It was at the far post. It's a really good ball across from Spencer right into that 6-yard area. The goalkeeper misses it. I believe it might have been the right back Wanwell who got the touch on it. That could have gone anywhere. In the end, it landed in the goalkeeper's arms, and now it's Morpeth Town's turn to come forward. And he gets there, and that's going to be a goal kick. It was Steels who won to the ball, but in the end, Steels got too much on the ball as he won it. His momentum took the ball out of play for a goal kick. And Bradford Park Avenue, they've had to soak up a lot of pressure recently, but they very nearly went 2-0 up.
Yeah, end-to-end there. Terrific ball. Fizzed across the surface, as we'll see at Park Avenue change here. It will be Osadibe entering the field.
Chinedu Osadibe is going to be the man to come on for Bradford Park Avenue. Mark Bauer, time to look to his bench.
Looks like it could be Jamie. No, it will be Doherty, I believe.
Doherty will be the man to come off. And we'll have a look. It is Brad Doherty, the man who's going to be coming off. A tireless effort as usual from Brad Doherty this evening. Really has put his all into this game. And in the end, it's going to be Osadibe to come on. Something different for Morpeth Town to think about, that's for sure.
Yeah, as I mentioned, there was a terrific ball across from Jamie Spencer and a strong right hand from the goalkeeper, I think, stopped Doherty from getting that goal at the back post. Then they went flying down the wing, did Morpeth Town, with a large touch from Vinny Steels, but a terrific challenge from Whiting meant that the ball ricocheted back off Steels for a goal kick.
Mitchell Lund lost his footing there. Luckily, the ball didn't go towards him while that happened. But here we go now. A chance for Morpeth Town to come forward. This spells danger. Shot could come in on the left foot. It does. It's pushed away well by Sites Kenworthy. The shot actually came in by Ryan Donaldson. It was a good effort. Sites Kenworthy had to get down really well and save it. It's a really good strike from Donaldson. It's low across the floor. And in the end, he has to just push it away. That's a good opportunity, it's got to be said. And not a bad save from Sites Kenworthy. But now it's Park Avenue's turn to come forward. Can't catch your breath in this game all of a sudden. Longbottom has it on the right. Can he cross one in? He can't, but Lancaster has it now on the right as well. And the ball's now back with a Dunstan. Well, anyone could get the next goal in this game at this rate. Both teams have gone very close in the last couple of moments. We'll get Arthur's thoughts on the chance for Morpeth in a moment. But Park Avenue, I think the attack's pretty much broken down now. Morpeth have their shape back. In fact, the ball's ended up back with Sykes Kenworthy, the man who made a very important save a moment ago.
Yeah, good down to his left-hand side again, really low. But that's exactly what you want from your goalkeeper. Strong hand, pushing it away from the danger area. That's twice now that he's made a great save down to his left-hand side. Push the ball away from the oncoming attackers, and it keeps it at 1-0.
Absolutely, you got to say it was a very good effort by Donaldson. I thought low, especially in the rain as well, skiddy surface. But fair play though to the goalkeeper, Sykes Kenworthy. So important for this Park Avenue team, and he proved his worth. That's a really good save, and not only to save it, but to push it away from danger as well. And now Morpeth Town can come forward again. This is a really promising run actually. Morpeth Town play really on his bike here. He plays one through. This could be a chance for Reed. Oh, and in the end it's good defending. There's a man down for Morpeth Town as well. Is the referee going to stop play? No, he's not. They come forward again, and is this going to be offside against Johnson? No, that's Hodgson in fact. The referee says no, it's not offside, but it's well kept in. That's really good play all round, and now Bradford Park Avenue can bring it out as the ball's played over the top by Lancaster. It's a good ball as well, out to the left with Colwell. Colwell has it, and he plays it into Osadibe, who controls. Can he get a shot away? He's just about to keep his feet. Has a go. Oh! What a fantastic goal from Osadibe, the substitute with a beauty. And Bradford Park Avenue lead 2-0. And that is an absolute beauty from Osadibe. The substitute lights up this game. This game was end to end. Anything could have happened. What a goal that is. He takes it in. He just spins, has the shot, and it just loops into the net. What a goal from Osadibe. Bradford Park Avenue 2, Morpeth Town 0. And wow, we've just witnessed a special goal from the substitute.
Yeah, he almost lost his footing there, sort of skidded in the rain, but managed to just bend his right foot around the ball, left the goalkeeper of Morpeth, Dan Lowson, scrambling, but the ball just nestled into that far right corner. What a goal, 2-0 Park Avenue.
65 minutes on the clock at the Horsfall Stadium, and Bradford Park Avenue double their advantage. They're edging ever closer to that all-important first win of the season. And wow, and it's going to be a substitution coming on as well here for Morpeth Town. Looks like Craig Lynch knows at this point to bring on some players. Andrew Johnson's going to be the man coming off. It's going to be the number 17 Nkunku who is going to come on. It's not been Andrew Johnson's evening. He's been a man in fine form this season, the forward. He's played on the left wing this evening, but it's just not really been his night. He had a few shots at the end of the first half, but largely he's been anonymous in this game. And with 2-0, Nkunku comes on. He's going to be the man to take the restart after the second goal goes in. It's got to be said though, Osadibe with a goal to remember. What a strike that was! As he kind of slipped in the rain, kind of had to turn back a little bit. All he did was shoot, and it nestled into that top corner. Brilliant goal. And now Morpeth Town have got it all to do. And Morpeth Town, who did come from 2 goals down at the weekend, it is worth noting. So I would not count them out yet. But Bradford Park Avenue in a great position to get that all-important first win of the season, Arthur.
It's exactly what Park Avenue needed. Morpeth were growing into that game. You have to say they were looking dangerous, really coming at the Park Avenue defence, getting some chances going forward. But Lancaster picks up the ball again here. He'll drive towards the Morpeth defence and midfield.
Yeah, here they go now on the over. Colwell has it now. Not Colwell, sorry. It's actually Harrison Hopper who has it. And he goes back to a Dunstan. And a Dunstan now can find Lancaster. The man who scored the first goal of the evening. And now Morpeth Town, it's good possession kept by Park Avenue there. Morpeth Town have it all to do now. But Craig Lynch has brought on Nathan Nkunku to try and change fortunes for his team. Nkunku has gone into the number 9 position. And he chases down as the ball's played forward. Nice touch. And now Park Avenue could be it again here. There's another opportunity. It's going to be pushed away. It was Longbottom. He couldn't really get it onto that left foot in the end, could he? He tried. And he thinks it's a corner, Longbottom. It's been given as a goal kick. It was actually good play. They had a good chance. They had a 2-on-1. He just couldn't work it though, Longbottom onto that right foot.
Yeah, the ball just stuck at Jamie Spencer's feet. He then found its way to Will Longbottom and couldn't quite get control of the ball and get a shot on goal. But, you know, they're really, really growing into this game now, Park Avenue, after a scary sort of first 15-20 minutes of the second half.
Absolutely. As Steels is caught offside up the pitch as well. Park Avenue have got to think they're closing in. They were nearly halfway through the second half, 3/4 of the way through the game. And I think Park Avenue will be very satisfied with this, to be fair. They've ridden the storm a bit in the second half. Sights Camworthy's made a couple of good saves. But it's got to be said, Park Avenue, the way they've maybe counter-attacked at time, they've had chances themselves. And they've obviously, Osadibe has taken one with an absolute plum. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, really needed that. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. He came on in the 61st minute and put the ball into the net in the 65th. It was an absolutely fantastic finish. Acrobatic celebration, the cartwheel and backflip, adding a bit of fun here on this Monday night at the Horsefall. But what a time to get it, as Morpeth were looking more and more dangerous going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't score when you're on top, of course, the other team could punish you. And that's exactly what Bradford Park Avenue did. As they take it now, and it's a throw in. It's going to be whipped into the box eventually. That was by a Dunstan, but it was cleared away. And now the ball is with Hodgson. And Hodgson can't keep that one alive. He's run it out of play. And it's Park Avenue's ball once again. It's going to be a Dunstan to take the throw in. Park Avenue will certainly feel a bit more settled now. There's another change coming, though, for the visitors. We'll just see who this is now. It's the number 15 coming on, which I believe is Ben Sayer. And, yeah.
Sayer for Donaldson, I believe.
Sayer for Donaldson, that's the one, yeah. Donaldson, the number 4, already been booked in the game. Donaldson as well, coming off. And Ben Sayer was the Northern Premier League Player of the Year back in 2017 as well. So a player who is no stranger to performing well at this level. The substitute's going to get just over 20 minutes to come on and try and turn this game around for Morpeth Town. But Ryan Donaldson, because he booked earlier on in the game, maybe that's a part of Craig Lynch's thinking and why he has taken him off. As it's going to be another throw-in, I believe, at Park Avenue now, which will be taken inevitably by Lucas Dunstan. And the ball's given to him by his manager, Mark Bauer. Mark Bauer must be very happy with the way his side have performed this evening. A goal in each half. They've really defended well on the evening. It's been a very good performance as Park Avenue looking to get that elusive first win of the Northern Premier League season. Obviously at the 4th time of asking offer.
Yeah, they've worked really well tonight as a cohesive unit, all the way from Sykes Kenworthy to the line leaders of Osadibe and Longbottom that have played up there this evening.
Yep.
It's been fantastic. Mitch Lund, I think, has been excellent tonight, on the ball and off the ball.
Absolutely, and they can try and come forward now, though, Morpeth, but that's going to be headed away. And it's controlled in the middle of the park by Noble, and it's shipped forward by Reed. And the ball is worked out to Barlow on the left. Barlow trying to bring the ball in field, and he goes chip it forward. He gives it away, and Park Avenue are really in control of the game at the moment. Have the ball back, and there's maybe runners on here. If they play this one right, oh, it's the ball through. I think Osadibe might have been offside anyway. It hits the back of the leg of Michael Turner. I don't think he knew much about it, the centre-back, but the ball was played through. It hits Turner on the back of the leg, and that actually intercepted the ball going forward in Park Avenue's favour.
Yeah, Park Avenue seems to have a bit of a spring in the
All
step
of the
now.
chance here, though, for Steele, who's in behind. It's a really good ball through to him. What can he do with it? He goes for goal, and there might have been the wrong option. There was a man poised on the edge of the area, but that's a really good piece of defending, I believe, by Jack Whiting. And he's gone in some good areas tonight, hasn't he, Steele? He gets in behind the defence there. You think maybe put the ball back, but he goes to shoot, and in the end, it's blocked out.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the wrong option there. Sam, Nkunku was there round about the penalty spot area, nice and free, the substitute, and you feel like he could have had a better attempt on goal than the blocked effort of Steele's. But like I said, Park Avenue have got a bit of a spring in the step since the Osadibe goal, getting forward in numbers.
Absolutely. It looks like Park Avenue playing with a lot of confidence at the moment, that's for sure. And us ball's given away there actually by Ben Sayer. His first touch in the game was to put the ball out of play for a Park Avenue throw in. And the ball now is going to go out again, is it? No, it's going to be kept in. It's going to be kicked forward actually by O'Malley. And the goalkeeper comes a long, long way there. He kicks it up in the air. And it's eventually going to be cleared. And Osadibe now can pick it up. Osadibe trying to run forward. Wow. And in the end, it's Hopper who has it now. And it's a foul in the middle of the park. And that's also by Ben Sayer. His first involvement to give away that could put the ball out of play. Second one to give away a foul. So yeah. Not made the impact maybe he wanted since coming on.
No, great play from Osadibe again. Really great feet. Keeps it nice and tight. Beats one man, beats another. Finds Hopper. Hopper's brought down an opportunity to put the ball into the box.
Absolutely. Bradford Park Avenue playing with such confidence now in this game. Really have taken control since that second goal went in. And this might be a chance to cross a dangerous one into the area for them. Colville. Not many Park Avenue players in the middle. It will be Colville, will it? No, it will actually be Longbottom who plays it in. Osadibe! Oh, he does get something on it. The ball was a little bit too far in front of him, I think, the Osadibe, as he got there. And in the end, he can only put it wide of the goal. That's a good delivery. Osadibe scored the second. He got a touch on that one, but it just a bit too far in front of him to get the meaningful impact.
Yeah, long bottom hanging a great ball in there, just floating it into around about the 6-yard area. But Osadibe's long outstretched left leg, it made contact with the ball, but it didn't quite go towards goal.
Noble, he looks for Noble there, was looking for Barlow. That kind of sums up Morpeth going forward at times. That ball played forward to the forwards hasn't clicked all evening, and again, Morpeth have been so good in the first few games at scoring goals. Of course, 8 in their first 3, but watching them on display this evening, it just hasn't really clicked going forward at times, and that is obviously why Park Avenue, when they've gone forward, they've looked very threatening, but Morpeth, it's broken down a lot for them. They're maybe the main players up there haven't really had their best evenings, and that's been the downfall of Craig Lynch's side, it's got to be said, as Morpeth can bring it forward now, maybe. And the ball's played forward, and it's on the right-hand side. Steels can play one in. It's not a bad delivery, but Sykes Kenworthy's there to gather it and hold on to it.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that the side from the northeast haven't really had any clear-cut opportunities. They've gone out the Park Avenue defence, left and right flank with pace. Specifically, Steels. He's gone with real intent, especially in the second half, found gaps in behind Mason O'Malley, but they've not really caused any problems.
Absolutely not, as the ball's going to be headed away there by Turner and headed further on by Reed. Ball one in the middle of the pot. Osadibe, good layoff. Here's Hopper. Hopper over the top. It's not a bad ball from him. Will that be reached by Colwell? It will. On the left-hand side. He's going to keep that in play. Does really well. Excellent play by Colwell. Whips one in. Oh, it was a good delivery. Osadibe was poised and the goalkeeper spilt it. But to be fair to Dan Lowson, he held on to it well. Excellent play by Colwell.
Yeah, Harry Colwell has been absolutely fantastic tonight. He's just put the ball through the right back's legs and unlucky not to find Osadibe in the box. He fizzed it low, but Lowson, the goalkeeper, was there to meet it.
Well, I think the Park Avenue playing with a confidence maybe not seen this season at the moment. They're really trying everything out. It's clicking, going forward. Possession well kept, and we saw then a ball forward by Morpeth Town from Liam Noble, goes straight to the goalkeeper, Sykes Kenworthy. Right now, I think that sums up the difference between the two teams in terms of confidence, really, and how they're clicking with one another. That's got to be said, and Colwell has it now, does he? No, his ball's been taken off him, and in the end, they do win it back, and Henderson plays it forward. Noble controls in the middle of the park for the visitors, and then that's been played back by Sayers, and the ball eventually is back with Sayers again. Can he find anyone going forward? He chips one over the top. Not a bad ball. It will be, and Kunku gets there, and Kunku turns really well. It's an excellent bit of defending, though, by Jack Whiting, and it goes out. 15 minutes to go at the Horsefall Stadium. Bradford Park Avenue 2, Morpeth Town 0. Park Avenue closing in on their first win of the season. The ball's going to be whipped in now from the right-hand side, though. Good delivery. Oh, and Sykes Kenworthy didn't get there, but in the end it didn't matter because no one was quite behind him. It's a throw-in in the favour of the visitors, which will be taken quickly. And in the end, Park Avenue have got it away, though. They've got away with that one slightly. And can Park Avenue bring it forward? They can. There's a man on the overlap. Oh, it wasn't the right ball, though, to Lucas Dunstan in the end. But this game is at times end-to-end. You can't really catch your breath. But that's a warning sign, though, for Park Avenue that Morpeth Town are still offering something going forward.
Yeah, Sykes Kenworthy was beaten and Dunstan was beaten at that back post. Luckily, the ball did beat the oncoming Morpeth attacker. But as you've mentioned previously a couple of times this game, Sam, in the 87th minute and the 96th minute, Morpeth managed to find 2 goals in their previous game. So this game is far from done.
Absolutely, you've got to keep that in mind. It's obviously there still is about 15 minutes to go, including a bit of stoppage time as well. Morpeth Town get 1 goal. The nerves will certainly start creeping in. The ball comes forward into Nkunku. He can't control it though. The ball's flicked away. Is there a nudge on Noble? The referee says no. Ball played out to Steels though. Steels on the right. He can play one in. It's a high hanger. It's going to be cleared away, is it? Yes, the clearance is completed there. I believe it was by Lancaster. And Osadibe can chase. Is he nudged over? Well, he absolutely was nudged over there, right in front of the visiting dugout from Michael Turner. He knew exactly what he was doing there, Turner. But to be fair, that's very good forwards play, though, by Osadibe. He comes in, gets his body in front of the man, gets nudged and wins a foul for his team.
Yeah, I don't think the referee will have to give an easier one than that tonight. Osadibe using his body well, just stood in front of the way, took the contact from the centre-half, Michael Turner, and quite an easy decision for the referee to make there.
Absolutely, still blown away by the Osadibe goal. What a goal it was to make it 2-0 to Park Avenue. a goal at a very important time, a special goal all round, really. Don't think you'll see many goals better in the Northern Premier League all season, to be honest.
We've had a couple of good ones tonight, though.
We have had a couple of two very good goals this evening, it's got to be said. Sayers now on the ball, the substitute. He goes out to the right-hand side to Steels. A good ball from Sayers over to Steels, who then plays it back to Wanwell. Can Morpeth Town still offer that something going forward? It's with Sayers in the middle of the park. And Sayers looking for his options, right and left. He goes right to Wanwell. It's on the overlap with Steels. Steels tries to go beyond his man once again. Park Avenue with a very good piece of defending, and they clear it forward as well. But it's got to be said right now, Park Avenue kind of sitting back quite a bit, and it is inviting a bit of pressure from the visitors.
Yeah, they've defended astutely in this game, but you don't want to invite pressure because, as we've seen, they can score, and they can score late, and they can score in bunches. Yeah. So want to sort of keep them away from our area if we can.
Absolutely. Barlow then goes back to Noble. Noble to the right-hand side to Steels. Steels over the top. It's blocked the first time. And in the end, Morpeth Town just trying to build something going forward. Here is Henderson. And he plays a poor ball from him, though. And now Park Avenue can break. Osadibe lays it off as a foul in the middle of the park, but the referee plays the advantage. And now on the ball now is Spencer. Spencer over the top. That's a good ball. Oh, it was miscontrolled, actually, by Colwell originally. Can he still go on, though, Colwell? He's going to the area. Can he cross one in? No, he can't. In the end, it's going to be a corner. There's a booking coming as well. And the booking is going to be for Henderson, leaving one in late on his man. It was a poor ball from Henderson in that originally. A bit of frustration, maybe. Commits the foul, gives it away. And then the fifth yellow card of the evening, I believe.
Yeah, Henderson knew what he was doing there, making a sort of a cynical foul on Jack Whiting on the halfway line during the Park Avenue counter-attack. The ball eventually found its way to Jamie Spencer, but he sort of left the ball behind him, perhaps running a bit too quickly. And he switched the ball out to Harry Colville, who just couldn't quite get the ball into a promising area. But there will be a Park Avenue corner.
Absolutely, and Park Avenue got a corner on that far side. Two men are there over it. I believe it's Longbottom is one of them. Will he take it? No, he won't. It's going to be a one whipped in, though. Osadibe's never going to get on the end of that. That was very high, and it's going to go out for a goal. Bit of a waste, that, from Park Avenue, really. They've just completely taken the corner way too hard there, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Park Avenue need to be careful not to be too wasteful with the ball. We've seen that Morpeth can come forward and come forward quickly. So just need to be careful and just try and keep hold of that ball. We've seen a couple of substitutes go out and warm up in front of us, Will Callaghan and Jordan Preston on the touchline. Interested to see if Mark Bauer does see a change coming soon.
Oh, and there's a foul there as well on Nkunku. As much to the disbelief of the Park Avenue defender, who I believe was Mason O'Malley. I mean, picking Park Avenue's man of the match tonight might be quite difficult. There's been a lot of standout performers out there, I must admit. But this job's still not to be done yet. 10 minutes to play, including any stoppage time. Ball played in now. It's going to be headed on, but it's going to be comfortably dealt with, though, by Park Avenue. And they can bring it forward. There might be a chance on here. It's an opportunity. It's with Longbottom. He goes to go beyond his man Turner, but in the end, Turner read that really well. Used all of his experience, read it like a book. Got there first, but in the end also does concede a throw in. And that's kind of been something tonight. And there's a man down in the middle of the park just at the moment, maybe a little bit of fatigue creeping in. I believe it's Jamie Spencer. I mean, all the Park Avenue players have worked so hard tonight, and there is a change coming. And the man coming on is Jordan Preston, and BE will replace Jamie Spencer. Jamie Spencer had a golden chance to score in the first half and make it 2-0 to Park Avenue. But he has worked tirelessly in that midfield tonight, Spencer, as have all the Park Avenue players. It's been a real team effort from Mark Bauer's side tonight. I don't think you can fault anyone out there on the field. But it is going to be Jordan Preston who does come on, the number 17. And Jamie Spencer's race is run for the evening.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes to go now, and I think that's the correct call from Mark Bauer. Get some fresh legs onto the field. Interestingly, Jordan Preston goes up and straight to leading the line. Osadibe looks like he's headed out onto that left wing now. Interesting to see if Park Avenue can get that third goal and really kill this tie off.
Absolutely, and here they come now with Longbottom. Longbottom, that's a really nice touch around the corner. Longbottom has it now, into a good position, plays it across. That's a really good piece of defending. That could have gone absolutely anywhere. I believe at the far post it was actually Wanwell. Brilliant build-up play from Park Avenue, though. That sums up them since the second goal goes in. Really confident play going forward. Longbottom, dangerous ball across. Good defending by Wanwell, because that could have gone anywhere once he gets a touch on it.
Yeah, Preston's first touch there. A fantastic little back heel into Harry Colville. He then found Will Longbottom, who put a great ball across the box, and it was cleared for a corner.
It's going to be the corner taken. I believe Colville's there with a short option, but it is going to be whipped in. It's not a bad one. The goalkeeper opts to punch it rather interestingly, because I don't really think there was anyone around him. He actually punched it and falls over. It goes over the crossbar. Unconvincing there by Dan Lowson. I've been quite impressed with the Morpeth goalkeeper tonight, but that was a very unorthodox piece of goalkeeping, to say the least.
Yeah, not really quite sure what decision he made there, but again, like we mentioned in the first half with Sykes Kenworthy, as long as he does it with confidence, I don't think Morpeth Town will mind. It's when doubt comes into the mind that mistakes are made.
Well, it is worth noting, Longbottom can get some really good whip and pace on his corners, but either way, and this ball comes in now, and that one's going to drift out of play for a goal kick, is it? No, Longbottom, well, he did go out for a goal kick. Oh, and a bit of afters maybe. Turner not too happy with Longbottom's wanting to win the ball back, but nothing more comes of it, and the keeper's giving it away, though. A short one. Oh, no, they've actually won it back in the end with Reed. And here's Nkunku now on the ball. Not seen much of it since he came on. He holds it well in the middle of the pot. Strong play. Here's Sayers. He's starting to have more of a grip on the game too. Here's Steels on the right, and Nkunku makes a good overlapping run. And Nkunku whips one in. Good ball. Oh, that's a really good ball from number 17. Nkunku just missed. I believe it was just missed by, might well have been Hodgson, who was nearly on the end of it. That's a brilliant ball in though, right across the 6-yard box. Nearly troubling. Any touch on that is probably a goal.
Yeah, and Nkunku's just shown what he can do there since coming on to the pitch in the 65th minute. He initially was on the ball here at the left-back position in his own half. Ended up putting a great crossing from the right wing position in the space of about 15 seconds. As we will see a sub here potentially.
It's going to be a substitution for Morpeth Town. You're all right there, Arthur. It's going to be coming off. It's going to be Vinny Steels, and it's coming on is going to be Liam Miller. Liam Miller, who did start the last game for Morpeth Town. I think Steels might well be going off on the far side, I imagine. I'm not sure whereabouts he is. Oh, no, there's been a change of mind. Actually, it's going to be Daniel Barlow who comes off instead. Number 10, who scored 2 goals, scored a very late goal at the weekend to equalise for Morpeth. Going to be taken off early this evening, though. He's not going to get that chance to score tonight.
I don't think he'll be too pleased with his performance this evening. I think I could count it on one hand the amount of times we've mentioned his name this evening.
Absolutely, and that's good defending by Henderson, who kicks it right in front of the home dugout, and Park Avenue can rebuild again. And it's going to be a throw-in taken by Lucas Dunstan. Park Avenue 5 minutes plus any additional time away from getting that first win in the Northern Premier League this season. And the ball now is with Preston. Preston goes back to Longbottom. Good ball in to Colwill. Colwill now to the man who got it all started this evening, Lancaster. Osadibe goes to turn. It's not a bad attempt of a turn, but it was well read by Henderson. And Sayers can go back to his goalkeeper. And Lowson will kick it upfield. And Steels, who is still on the pitch for confirmation, loses the ball to his fellow number 7. And the fellow number 7 being Harrison Hopper. And the ball is with Osadibe. Park Avenue just happy to keep possession and goes back to Sykes Kenworthy. This really has been a team effort from Park Avenue this evening. Every player to a man has really put it all on the line. It's been a very, very good performance from Mark Bauer's side. Not done yet, and that is a centre-back's clearance, to say the least, there from Mitchell Lundy. Absolutely hammers that one out of play. I'm not even sure where that's gone.
Yeah, have that. I think that one might be on the M62. He's hit that so hard.
Absolutely hammers it out of play to get it away from danger. And the throw-in is going to be taken here by Chris Reed. And Reed can throw it into midfield. And that was actually the defender who's on the end of it here, Jeff Henderson. And Henderson not really sure what to do with it right now. He, well, in the end, that was a centre-back sort of play that high up the pitch. He loses possession. And now they win it back, though. Henderson in possession. Finds Sayers. Sayers on the turn. And he finds Noble. And Noble plays one out to Steels on the right. And the flag goes up against Steels. And there's nothing more frustrating than that if you're Morpeth Town. You've got to watch the line there. That's always frustrating when someone's offside in that position. And Steels, who I do think has been a bright spot for Morpeth tonight, really poor from him.
Yeah, I think he's probably been their most creative outlet this evening, bombing up and down that right wing. But, you know, the whole side will be disappointed with him not staying on side there. But, you know, less than 5 to go. I think we're at 3 minutes ago, 87th minute's gone, and we're nearly there from a Park Avenue perspective.
We are nearly there. Bradford Park Avenue, 2-0 ahead at the Horsfall Stadium against Morpeth Town. Mentioned before the game, Morpeth Town, how good they've been going forward this season. 8 goals in their opening 3 games. 6th in the table. Park Avenue, only the 1 point so far, but they are closing in on that first win of the season, and it's been a very good performance from Mark Bauer's side. Will Lancaster got it started in the first half, and then a fantastic goal from second half substitution, Osadibe, Janedo Osadibe. Absolutely brilliant goal, but it's Morpeth Town who have it at the back now with Turner. Turner plays it forward to Noble. Noble looking for his options going forward. He's gone to find steals, and it's out of play, and that just sums it up really as far as Morpeth are concerned. He goes to play the ball forward, just not really communicating, and the ball goes out of play, and I think Morpeth Town might be starting to think it's not going to be their day here in West Yorkshire.
No, two terrific goals on the night from Lancaster and Osadibe. Lancaster, obviously, previously with Barnsley, and Osadibe has previously been promoted out of this division, scoring this evening with a fantastic goal, I must say. I think you'll agree, Sam.
Yes, amazing goal. One of the best goals you're going to see in this division all season, I'm sure. And the ball's played forward now. That goes out of play. And Park Avenue, they're closing in now, aren't they? I mean, I would say it would take something special from here, but something special Morpeth did do at the weekend. So I'm not going to speak too soon because Morpeth Town were 3-1 down in the 87th minute against home to Matlock at the weekend, and they earned a 3-3 draw out of it. So I'm not going to curse it and speak too soon.
No, don't mention it, Sam. Don't mention it. We don't want that commentator's curse coming into play tonight.
Absolutely not. And there is a foul, though, there by Nkunku. And Nkunku did show a moment ago what he's made of with that really good delivery across the 6-yard box. But no one was quite on the end of it, despite Sam Hodgson being very close to it. On a season where Morpeth Town have been finding the net regularly, it has not clicked for their forwards this evening. Andrew Johnson and Daniel Barley will not want to discuss this performance much throughout the season, I imagine, as they have the first 3 games at least. But Bradford Park Avenue, with a free kick here. Sights Kenworthy takes it up towards Osadibe. It's never going to really be controlled from him, but the man behind him, which I believe was Colville, did get there. The ball's played forward now. That's well headed away, but there might well be a man coming onto it. Good bit of defending, though, there by a Dunstan. It was actually Liam Miller who was coming onto it but couldn't get there. Ball played through now. Long bottom was nearly in. The goalkeeper's done well, Van Outen, to get there, but to keep it in his possession inside the penalty area because he was coming out of pace, the goalkeeper. With a skiddy surface, he could have easily took that out. He did well to keep it in. And now Long Bottom can come forward again, though. Long Bottom goes beyond his man. He carries on going. He keeps his feet. And in the end, it's a corner kick given. Turner got the tackle on him the last minute to concede the corner. And Park Avenue, again, really good play. And they're just trying to see the game out now.
Yeah, he's worked tirelessly all night, Will Longbottom. First of all, Chin Osadibe puts the ball in behind, perfectly weighted past almost the goalkeeper on rushing, collects the ball in, as you said, did well to stay in his own area. And once more, Will Longbottom beats the defence, went in behind, and the ball went out for a Park Avenue corner.
How many minutes will be on that board is going to be the question now. And the ball's out of play for a throw into Morpeth, and there's a yellow card coming here, I imagine, for a bit of time wasting. Will Longbottom might be the man. He is the man to work his way into the referee's notebook. 5 added minutes at the end of this game. But Morpeth Town have got a mountain to climb now. Bradford Park Avenue very nearly at that first win of the season. And Morpeth Town are now in possession. Can they bring it forward? Noble plays it forward to Sayers. And Sayers now goes backwards to Henderson. Morpeth Town trying to build the way forward. Henderson plays it on, and it's to the right back. This is one well. Back to Henderson again. And here's Noble. He tries to play one forward over the top, and that's easy. It's going to be claimed by Sights Kenworthy. Like most of Noble's long passes tonight, that one doesn't quite come off. Certainly can't fault the effort tonight, though, from Noble in the middle of the park for Morpeth Town, but a lot of them attempted long passes just haven't really found any of his teammates. Sights Kenworthy comes there and easily claims that one. 1 of the 5 additional minutes have already been played. Sights Kenworthy kicks one forward, and that's going to be allowed to bounce through to the fellow goalkeeper, Dan Lowson. But tell you what, Bradford Park Avenue are nearly there now.
Yeah, really worked hard tonight, and Mark Bauer will be delighted if this finishes as it does. A cohesive unit, a cohesive display, and I think they fully deserve these 3 points.
Certainly on Nkunku now, though, turns a sharp turn from him. He takes it on. We might try and get a shot away. He takes it, though, crosses one in, and it's going to be straight at Sights Kenworthy, though. I thought Nkunku might have maybe gone for a shot there, a lowly driven shot. In the end, he took it too far wide. I think it was a kind of a cross or a shot in the end, and it was an easy save for Sights Kenworthy, and it's well held from him. Sights Kenworthy, I mean, every time I watch Sights Kenworthy, seems to have a fine game between the sticks, and it's been no exception this evening.
Yeah, he's got the armband on, and he really takes control and is quite comfortable all night. He's made some tidy saves, left and right, and kept the score at 2-0.
Absolutely. And ball played to the middle of the park now with the man who got it all started tonight, Will Lancaster. An amazing goal in the first half. Unfortunately, he has been topped by Osadibe, but it doesn't really matter, does it, as long as it's for someone from his own team. And the ball now is with Park Avenue. It's happy to keep possession with Colwell. And Colwell plays the ball out to Harrison Hopper. And Hopper now goes to the left-hand side. And that's Mason O'Malley, the former Scunthorpe United man. And he goes back to Hopper again. Park Avenue so confident in possession in this half, it must be said. Really full credit to the way that they've managed the game. Nearly played 3 of the 5 added minutes, and the ball played forward. Will just run through to the goalkeeper, who had a bit of a moment there, Dan Lowson. He kind of went to pick the ball up, and luckily the player wasn't closer to him, the Park Avenue player, as he could have found himself in a bit of a catastrophic error there.
Yeah, he's had a couple of moments tonight as their goalkeeper, but I don't think he'll have to worry too much. He's made some great little collections from crosses. Of course, made that great save one-on-one with Jamie Spencer in the first half.
And that's a really poor delivery in, and that's going to go out of play. That's about sums it up, really. Chris Reed, really poor delivery, goes out of play, and we are 3.5 minutes into the 5 added, and Park Avenue are pretty much on their way now. Sats Kenwood are going to take his time over this goal kick, no doubt. And as for Bradford Park Avenue, of course, they are back here on Saturday. It is worth noting, and they will be taking on Saturday Ilkeston Town here at the Horsefall Stadium. Look to make it back-to-back wins in the Northern Premier League. But this, obviously, I'm not going to use the curse say they've won this game yet, but we are there very close now. Very close.
Yeah, great touchdown from Osadibe there for a Sykes Kenworthy goal kick.
Excellent, and the ball now is on the left-hand side with Preston. Can he maybe get one in? In the end, he's given the ball away rather cheaply to Noble, and Noble can play it forward. Not a bad ball to Nkunku. Nkunku turned sharply, but that's really good piece of defending by Whiting. Whiting, who received, of course, a yellow card early in the game as well. He's done well to keep himself, really, and really keep the discipline throughout. And the ball is kept in there by Harry Colville, who set up the first goal. It's worth noting, of course, very well.
Yeah, less than a minute to go
now. One last substitution. Will Callaghan is going to be the man to come on for Park Avenue. 4.5 of the 5 added minutes played. This will add a little bit of more time on, inevitably. It's going to be Colville to come off the number 10, just as I mentioned his name a moment ago. The man who set up the first goal on the night, and very well as well. Really did well to keep his patience and composure. A tireless effort from him, as it has been by all the Park Avenue players. Have certainly earned their rest tomorrow, I think, with the way they've run around. It's been very impressive. And we're very nearly at the end of the game now, as Morpeth Town do take the throw in. So, Arthur, in terms of the game, obviously, we are going to stay on air for a few minutes after the end of the game, but any summary of tonight's performance in Park Avenue?
I just think it's been a whole complete performance. I think we'll go into a little bit after the whistle, which I think the referee might be giving to us in a moment. And there it is.
And there is the final whistle at the Horsefall Stadium on this Monday Night Football in the Northern Premier League. The final score, Bradford Park Avenue 2, Morpeth Town 0. The score was opened in the first half by a brilliant finish from Will Lancaster. Harry Colville with some good play, composure, played it over to Lancaster, who finished off. But the big story was the second goal of the game. Absolutely brilliant goal from substitution, Janede Osadebe. An absolutely brilliant finish. He kind of slips before he shoots, but when he shoots, it goes in. It's an emphatic finish. What a goal that was. Morpeth did have their chances on the night, but it wasn't really their day, to be fair. Bradford Park Avenue with their first win of the season in the Northern Premier League. Their first home win of the season, of course, as well. And that will do as far as Park Avenue is concerned.
Yeah, I think a night to forget, perhaps for Morpeth Town, who come into this picture on the back of some good form, but really promising signs from Park Avenue. Finally got that first win of the season. Started off really well in that first half, pressing high, Longbottom, Doherty, Colville, really putting the Morpeth backline under severe pressure. And then a counter-attack came from a Morpeth corner. Colville ended up with the ball in the Morpeth Town half. He was composed enough to turn around, find Will Lancaster on the right-hand side in a load of space. He had the time to cut inside and place the ball into the far left corner, and that was 1-0 at half-time. But then looking into the second half, in the first 15 minutes, looking from 45 to 60 minutes, Morpeth were the better side, you'd have to say. I think Morpeth were coming forward. I think they might have had a rollicking at half-time. They really came out with some fire, particularly down the right wing. Vinny Steele's causing some problems to Mason O'Malley, who nonetheless had a great night. But Osadebe, the substitution, 4 minutes after coming onto the field, what a goal. That completely changed the game, and that killed all momentum of Morpeth Town, you'd have to say. Great goal, great game, and a great performance from Bradford Park Avenue.
No, I completely agree with their offer. I think that kind of sums it up tonight for Park Avenue. I think you give a good summary. The first half was very even, I feel like, but obviously the goal from Park Avenue really did, maybe was very rewarding for them at the time. And then obviously, the second goal, what a goal it was. I mean, obviously at the time of the game where Morpeth were just starting to up the ante a bit, really put pressure on Sats Kenworthy's goal. Osadebe takes it in, keeps his footing and hits an absolute beauty. And I think that goal from then, Park Avenue controlled the game.
Yeah, definitely. And it perhaps should have been 3 with that chance that Jamie Spencer had in the first 45 minutes if it wasn't for a great save from the Morpeth Town goalkeeper, Dan Lowson. But definitely lots of positives to take from the night, as well as 3 points. The back line of Dunstan, Whiting, Lund and O'Malley I thought were fantastic on the night. Lund with a commanding performance. Whiting, even though he picked up an early yellow card, ended up being a dominating force in that back line. Hopper in the midfield, along with Lancaster, who, as I mentioned in the first half, his transitional play on the night was fantastic, moving from defence to attack with the ball. He even got a goal as his reward. And Longbottom's running up there, brilliant. Colville's creative output, great positive night. And, looking forward to Saturday at Ilkeston. It'd be great if you could come down and join us here at the Horsefall and see if we can get another 3 points on the board.
Absolutely, guys. But next game is against Ilkeston Town, Saturday, the 26th of August at 3 o'clock. Please join us for that game as well, and hopefully Park Avenue can make it back-to-back wins. Brilliant.